your bitch like I was Drake, yeah.
Don't just try to tell me you love me. Can't keep it real if you really don't trust me. Come with a real, you hit up in the front, so you get my meals. I'm gunning for the money in the bank. Come with a dank, scrolling in the tank, rolling with the gang. You sitting out on the sideline tripping, I go to the hole with the rock like Pippin.
Yeah. I'm okay.
Aggressive mustache that man has there. My lord. Not feeling it. Press the like button.
Oh, that guy?
Yeah, that's a
I thought
wildly
you were talking about
aggressive
Nick.
mustache. No, that's like the bad guy from like Captain America. Almost.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He's got the teeth. Maybe it's the teeth.
Yeah, he's got no... It's
mustache.
over his upper lip.
Yeah, either he has no upper lip or the stash is just
Kevin
hiding
Clark.
the upper lip. Which I've asked to come on the show in the past. He hasn't DM'd me back, so I don't feel bad at all for making fun of his lip, teeth, stash thing.
It just goes stash to teeth.
Yeah, it's very terrifying to look at, not gonna lie. Smash that like button, though. Be a friend, tell a friend.
Smash.
Welcome to Woodward Heavyweights. I'm Eazy. That's Raxter.
Hello.
Young Christopher. Young Nicholas Kohloff. A.K.A. Detroit Mario.
Shout out Bulge Nation.
Shout out Bulge Nation. We will be joined by Brad Holmes Bulge at some point.
The leader of the Bulge Nation. The founder of the Bulge Nation.
2 minutes here shortly, actually. We should be joined by him to speak on a charity efforts that he and his business partner are working on.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have all the details, so that's why I politely asked him to come on and share that, and that way we can help somebody out. But without further ado, before we get to that, Spinny.
Ooh-wee. Wait. Before we get into anything about UFC or anything like that, I do have to shout out.
Shout out.
One thing. Shout out to Oliver.
It doesn't even matter how hard you try.
Shout out to Oliver Ray Raxter.
Bang.
He is my first nephew or niece. My sister-in-law gave birth over the weekend.
Oh.
Came out 5 pounds, 11 ounces. Little guy. But
Hey.
he's fully healthy. Mother is fully healthy. Everybody's at home now.
That's awesome.
Shout out to Oliver Ray Raxter. Shout out to Dylan.
Damn.
Dylan, my brother, and my sister-in-law, Chrissy. And I love you already, buddy. I'm going to buy you a bunch of Batman shit. I'm going to buy you a bunch of Michigan State stuff because both of your parents are Michigan grads. So when I'm babysitting, I'll dress you up in it and take pictures so they can't just throw it away. Love you, bud. I'm excited to meet you. And congrats again to Dylan and Chrissy.
Congrats. Oh, yeah. When did that happen?
It happened on Saturday.
On Saturday?
Yeah.
Shout out
Saturday
Ollie.
at like 6:10, I think.
Awesome.
And then the Red Wings won. So,
yeah.
Just saying.
Undefeated in Oliver era.
That's all you're saying.
Yeah.
Do we have our guest?
Let me check. I can't tell because of the...
Are we getting any levels?
Is there levels for him at all?
I'm not seeing any. So
No?
as of now,
I'll keep an eye on my phone. Again, we'll be joined by Brad Holmes Bulge shortly to speak on some charity efforts he's got going on. He's in Michigan, right? I'd have to put like 5 p.m. EST. We've had that mistake in the past, which is on me. Piston season is over. I guess we can start with that one because that's fairly quick, right?
Yeah.
Won't take up too much of Brad Holmes Bulge's time. Any thoughts on the worst Piston season of all time?
Yeah, fire everybody.
Yeah.
I said it already, clean the front office. Everybody who has a job in that front office shouldn't have a job next year. Every single member, every single person. Get them all out of there. Mm-hmm. And Troy Weaver, goodbye. Both Tellums, goodbye. I saw, I think, James Edwards put out an article saying, they're going to switch up a lot of things. They're going to hire a president of basketball opera. Okay, so you're going to put another guy in there that's not going to be able to do. Just fire everybody and restart.
Yeah. Now, Spencer, that person will supposedly be the complete authoritarian in the front office, and then it will move these guys to advisory roles, which I'm not, again, totally against, but I'm still with you. Clean house. Start this from scratch. Have a president of basketball operations, something that every working, successful franchise has. Mm-hmm. Let's just start with the basics. Look at the teams around the league that are doing good. And you know what they have? They have a clear hierarchy in their front office structure. So that, to me, is essential. And talk to Monty. See if he wants to, kind of go home, rest, take some time off, be with the family. I'd have that conversation as well.
Does I guess the Lakers don't count. LeBron is like the everything.
Yeah.
What organization would you look at to copy that structure
model? I mean, you can look at exemplary.
The Warriors.
The Heat. The Thunder.
Was it like that when Bob Myers was there though? Because that was like the
Denver
best
Nuggets
version
as well.
of the Warriors.
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
Was it like that when Bob Myers was there, or was he GM and president?
Yeah, Bob Myers was team
GM.
president and GM, like
Okay.
the same
Because
time.
I don't really count them now because they're not that.
Yeah, I mean, he inherited the roster. We'll see how Mike Dunleavy does, but this is something that, I mean, those are easily 4 great franchises to start off from. There's clear blueprints for success. Just follow them. I don't understand.
Get Armtellin the hell out of office along with Troy Weaver, please. Like, that's where it needs to start. Those two guys, like, we've been so bad for so long. You look around the league, like Orlando Magic in the playoffs, top 6 seed, like, that's insane that they started after our rebuild and they just did it better. You think about Indiana making the trade for Halliburton.
Houston.
There's so many teams that like have been at the bottom and have made a clear change, and the Pistons just aren't one of them. I don't really see a fix, like a great way to fix this besides the clear house and just, I guess, restart. I mean, with obviously like Cade as your number 1 guy and start to make some moves around that, when some serious moves, trading young talent and draft picks to try to get proven guys around to help Cade, I think.
Yeah, and that's the issue I remain with this team is you're past the point of using the excuse of, oh, look what he inherited. In 5 years, if you can't build up enough equity to have a solid rebuild, I don't want to hear the Houston comparisons that they got to trade James Harden, because you know what, they also had to make terrible decisions for Russell Westbrook and Chris Paul. Like, these teams had to make moves, and in 5 years, if you can't build up a foundation, that's on you. Clean house, start over.
It's a failure. It's a complete and utter failure. Everybody should be held accountable. Nobody on this front office or in this management group should be there anymore. Goodbye. Good day, sir. Good day, sir.
Well, speaking of good days, it's a good day because we're finally joined by the leader of the Bulge Army, Commander-in-Chief himself, Senior Bulge. I got a nameplate in there for him, too.
Okay.
But they have a Team Lucas fundraiser that they've been going through on Twitter that a lot of Detroit Lions fans got behind. If I'm not mistaken, if you're there, Mr. Bulge, is this a Vikings fan, too?
This is a Vikings family. That's right, Eazy.
So how'd this come about? Who's Lucas, and what's the goal here?
First off, can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
First off, congrats, Spencer, to you and your family, bro.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, what a blessing, man. I'm really happy for you. So, Team Lucas, first off, hey, guys, everyone, thank you for the opportunity. I'm Brad Holmes Bulge. If you guys don't follow me on Twitter X, at Brad Holmes Bulge. My first tweet that you can check out if you check out my page is what we're doing for hashtag Team Lucas. Yeah, zoom in on that a little bit more there. So these are Vikings fans. So my business partner, one of my best friends, Courtney, you guys might know her. She does the custom Lions jackets. She's really good friends with these guys. They're mutual friends of ours. Their names are Justin and Summer. And Summer, during her pregnancy, about halfway through, 25 weeks in, developed something called HELP syndrome, which kind of put her life in danger and forced her into an early birthing of Lucas. And so he's a preemie. He's a little guy just the same. And he's had quite a bit of complications as well. He's dealing with a lot. He's got lung disease. He's got bronchopulmonary dysplasia, emphysema, truncus arteriosus, which is a fusing of the valves in his heart. Little man has quite an uphill battle coming his way in the upcoming months. So what we're doing is we're raising some money so mom and dad can stay at the hospital, be near him, and obviously help with all the different medical bills. Sorry, I'm just talking a lot. Sorry, Eazy, but
No, you're fine.
You're fine, man.
what we're looking to do is it's really simple. If you just retweet Courtney's main post and just bring awareness to it without even donating, I'm personally matching $1 for every retweet all the way through the end of the weekend. So I hope we get 1,000 retweets and we can help in that way. We've already raised in the past 2 days $6,000 for Lucas here, and we initially had a goal of 7,000, and now I think we're going to crush that. So now my new goal is 10,000 for them. If you are able to donate, I don't like just asking people for money. So if you do donate, what's really great is that you get entered into a raffle in which there are a ton of great prizes. I'm giving away a full-size Aiden Hutchinson helmet. When the new jerseys come out this week from the Lions on Thursday, I'll buy you any jersey of any player that you want this week. Courtney will make you a custom jacket with You can make it from scratch, however you want it to look, and she'll make it for you and send it your way. I got a Barry Sanders signed Heisman Trophy, which is really cool. I'm also a Lions season ticket holder, so I have club seats. And if you win one of the raffles, you can pick any game you want this season, and you can have my club seats for the upcoming season. So a ton of great prizes if you're able to donate. Again, check out my page at Brad Holmes Bulge. You'll see at the top of my page the fundraiser, or follow my best friend Courtney at mama_quartz, and you'll see what we're doing there.
Yeah, it's awesome. This is such a great thing you guys are doing, and I just posted a link to her tweet that has everything going down, and it has the GoFundMe in that tweet. It's pinned to the top of our YouTube chat right now, so if anybody wants to help, it's pinned there. You can go in there, and that's the tweet where you can get more information on what's going on. We appreciate this. Is such an awesome thing. Like, the Bulge Army has been real. It's been in full effect all throughout Twitter and throughout different platforms, and seeing you guys, band together for something like this is just amazing.
That's super dope.
Yeah, much appreciated, fellas. Thanks for the opportunity to use your platform for this. We won't forget it. Bulge Army will always have your back. Thanks so much.
Of course.
Thanks, man.
And before we let you go, you get out of here, you got to tell us where the inspiration came from because you are the founder, you are the tip of the spear of the Bulge movement. Where did the inspiration come from?
So, so I have my group chats with my guys here locally, right? And I got really good last year kind of predicting what Lions moves were coming next. And so I was kind of guessing some of the free agent acquisitions. I was knowing who we were going to draft before we drafted them. And so my guys, my circle would say things like, okay, you have to be Brad Holmes' cousin or her son or something like that. How do you know all this? And then one of the guys said, you must be Brad Holmes' Bulge. And then it just caught on from there, where I was like, yeah, that's exactly it. I'm his Bulge. And so that's where the monster came from. And it's kind of grown ever since into what you see it today.
So awesome.
Appreciate you, man. But, hey, one more thing before I let you get going. Since you're so good at predicting everything, I got to get a prediction on the draft from you.
Yeah, I was saying, Eazy, I know you so well that I knew you were going to ask me that question. So, you guys aren't going to like the answer, and I know everybody wants a cornerback, and some of you guys want a wide receiver and everything like that, but I'll be the first to tell you guys we will be drafting an offensive lineman at pick number 29. You can come back and bookmark me on this. You're going to get an offensive lineman at 29. If we stay at 29, of course, you never know what Brad might do. It's not the sexy pick, but it's what we need, and that's what you're going to see coming.
Not mad at all.
I'm with you.
They need it. It's going to be some great players there available for them at 29 if that's the route they go, and I'm not mad at that at all. Sir Bulge, we appreciate you joining. Thank you for what you guys are doing. And again, anybody who wants to help, the link is pinned to the top of our YouTube chat, so you can go there to find it out. And Sir Holmes' Bulge, we appreciate you for joining us, man.
Appreciate you, fellas. Take care now.
Yeah, you too,
Thanks,
bro.
brother.
Take care.
It's awesome, man. So Lions fans are the best, dude. Lions fans are literally the best. And shout out to Sir Holmes' Bulge, the originator, the king of the Bulge Army, of the Bulge movement.
Leader-in-chief.
Yeah, the Brigadier General. It's awesome.
Tell us about Planet Fitness.
Let me tell you about Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness is the home of the judgment-free zone where anyone, and we mean anyone, can feel comfortable and work on their fitness goals. At Planet Fitness, you'll experience a squeaky clean gym that is full body workout in 30 minutes and a 30-minute circuit, and all memberships include fitness training. You get all that for just $10 a month, no commitment. No matter where you are, there's a Planet Fitness close by, more than 50 in Metro Detroit, and thousands more throughout the world. Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
Feel alive during Feldman Chevrolet's biggest New Year's sales event ever. Get the best prices on our huge selection of award-winning Chevrolets. Like this 2024 Equinox for $188 per month. Or this 2024 Silverado for $268 per month. It's the New Year's sales event going on now at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
The BGCSM 3C Sports Conference is coming during NFL Draft Week, starting on April 24th. Special guests will include Jerome Bettis, Barry Sanders, Eddie George, Aleem McNeil, Calvin Johnson Jr., Sean H. Wilson, Cynthia Freeland, Adam Scheffner, and more. This event is open to athletes, coaches, and parents, but space is limited. So go to our website and purchase your tickets today at www.bgcsm.org.
Tired of the same old sports merch.
Is you like that?
Click the shop tab.
These merch is talking out of their neck.
See, I got
Let's get it,
I got
bro.
some merch on right now. Head over to Woodward Sports. Click the shop
T-shirt
tab
is
today
my
and
promo
get yourself
code.
some brand new
Merch.
Boom. What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights Live, WoodwardSports.com. I'm your boy Eazy, joined by my guy, Spinmo Rax, Young Chris,
Officially number
Nicholas
one again, by the
Kohloff.
way.
What'd you say?
That song's officially went number one again for a third week in a row.
Sick, Chris. No one cares. I was saying Nick's name. Show Nick some goddamn
It's time for him to
respect.
prove that he's a problem.
Jeez.
Let's go.
Young dope
Beautiful,
dealer
Nick.
selling dope. Is
Smash the
you
like button,
that?
be a friend, tell a friend, share the stream. Thank you guys for joining us. We are the Woodward Heavyweights. Congratulations to Young Metro and Future. Way to go, Chris. Drake did drop his disc, by the way.
Yeah,
And
it's pretty good.
really good.
Yeah,
Really good.
yeah. He wanted everybody. It was it's what you want to hear.
Killed
It
it.
was a good warm up. That was a good warm
tied.
up. But now this is going to be next record is going to be whichever side it comes from. Should be the one where it starts to really heat up.
I feel like, by the way, funny too, Rick Ross dropped. He dropped one? Two. That's even funnier. Because no one gave a fuck about the first one. They went and dropped the second one.
That's what Drake did with Meek.
But people give a fuck about Drake.
Nobody cared about Charged Up.
Charged Up was bad.
Charged Up was awful.
Charged Up wasn't good. Back to Back was phenomenal.
Back to Back was great.
This other one is really good too. It actually is really, really good. I was the one saying like he doesn't stand a chance, and I'm like, oh. Okay.
It's gonna be an uphill battle for him. It's gonna because it was a good record, not taking anything away from it, but his shots at Kendrick were that he makes more money and that he's more famous, and that's the things that Kendrick has said doesn't matter. So strip of that, what do you got? So
Well, he's getting got right now. Like he's talking about, like he's getting got on the 50 deal, like splitting that thing 50-50, kind of bar. And then when he dropped, he's like, "How you big step in the size 7 men's?" I was like, "Ooh."
that was a good that was an easy, but that was a good one. But the top thing is like, okay, Drake, let's see your contract. You're signed directly to Universal.
Drake owns all his what do you call it? All his masters.
Kendrick does too,
and he signed that $500 million deal too.
I mean, I'm just saying that every
and him saying that he doesn't. I don't know if that couldn't have been at Kendrick when he said like you don't sell outside of the U.S. Like that must have been at Future or Ross or somebody because
when he first started,
Kendrick has the highest grossing rap tour in the history of rap.
Still?
Yeah.
Are we sure?
Yes.
I think the Drake. I think the Drake tour topped it.
I just looked it up and it said it was still that.
He's lying. Don't lie.
I got the screenshot.
It's not nice of you. Either way, speaking of beefs, Red Wings, Penguins, Capitals, I guess is the one we're looking at now. Tonight we got a chance to insert ourselves in the number 2 spot.
Inch closer.
Against the Canadians.
Yeah.
It's not just us, though. We need the Caps to slip up a little bit.
We need
Penguins continue to slip.
win out.
Yes.
We don't win out. If we win out, there's only one other thing we need to happen. So if we win these 2 games, all we need is a Capitals loss, and then we're in the playoffs. So the Red Wings need to win both games, and they need the Capitals to lose 1.
So is Pittsburgh's out?
Pittsburgh's got 1 less point. So even if they win out and we win out, we'll have more points. The Flyers only have 1 game left. So we have an opportunity of 4 points. They only have an opportunity for 2.
Mm-hmm.
The only team left that could stop us from making the playoffs if we win out is the Capitals.
And who they got?
They have Boston and Philly.
Yeah, Boston in Washington tonight. They Bruins are minus 154. So the Washington Capitals are underdogs tonight at home against Boston. That's the big one. We don't want to rely on Philly. If they lose this one tonight and we win, it comes down to us in Montreal tomorrow night.
And then other question too, with are the Bruins still playing for any type of seeding?
Yes, they're playing for the number 1 seed.
So they're still alive for
Yes.
so they're still competitive. Because I know NBA, and this is not the NBA. This is partly like Chris was very excited about the NBA playoffs. He's kind of like wanted to talk about it last night, but it's like I don't. I mean, I'm gonna watch. I mean, I'm definitely excited for the play-ins, I should say, because it's gonna be competitive ball. But like NBA just died to me. NHL is so much more competitive. NBA, at the end of the season, the guys just kind of give up. I feel like that's not the case with the NHL, but it's nice to know the Bruins still have something to play for regardless.
Yeah.
Because we need that dub.
Shout out to Dannon Halliburton Jr. Says your number one homeless fan checking in from Livonia. Go Red Wings and Lions. The Pistons will be back in a few years once they make some moves. Shout out to you, Dannon Halliburton Jr. Shout out. But yeah, we need some help from Boston here. We need Boston to beat Washington because the Canadians are a very beatable team.
Mm-hmm.
It is very reasonable that the Red Wings can win out.
The Bruins will single-handedly save our season.
The Bruins can, and we need them to.
Taking out the Penguins on Saturday.
Yes.
Cavs tonight. Shout out to the boys in Boston.
And it was a good game for the Wings on Saturday. Obviously, they got off to a hot start, scoring 4 goals in the first period. And then Toronto, you knew they were going to make a comeback because of the high-power offense that they have, and that's exactly what they did. They scored 3 of their own in the second period. Eventually goes to overtime. Red Wings killed off a huge penalty at the end of regulation to get it into overtime. And then the captain gets a tip in from Patty Kane.
That was awesome.
To win the game. And you saw on our thumbnail, which was Dylan Larkin's reaction to scoring that goal. You know how much it means to these guys. Like,
absolutely.
They want the playoffs. Larkin hasn't been back to the playoffs since his first season in the NHL. These guys want it, and I really hope they get it.
Nick?
Yeah, they're obviously fighting back. I mean, you don't go into Toronto and win in overtime after blowing a 4-point lead. You know, that was big for this team, but I got to shout out a guy who has, you know, kind of been in the scope for myself, and his name was Alex DeBrincat. So shout out the Cat, 5 points in his last 2 games. He's just hammering shots on goal right now. Lucas Raymond still coming up clutch. Simon Edvinson.
Shout out to Simon Edvinson.
Getting his first goal, I think,
first goal
of
of the
this
year.
season
Yeah,
for
he's got
him.
3.
With the celly to back it.
That's
Svenmo, what were your thoughts on that?
Oh, it was amazing. Fantastic celly, by the way, because he dropped to a knee because of the shot, and then he just hit the celly and rolled it out. It was beautiful. And on top of that, that is his first actual real goal. His first 2 were tip-ins. Okay. This was his first shot that hit the back of the net, and it was nice. It was a little give and go. He made a play on the boards, went up the boards to keep the puck in, gave it to, I think, Raymond, or I think he gave it to Perron behind the net. Perron kicked it back to him. Clapper from 10 feet, and it was pure. I love Simon Edvinson. I think this kid's going to be a fucking stud in the NHL, and it was awesome to see him get that goal. Big dude coming in on offense, making the play. You love to see it.
How about Reimer, too? That's a guy I did not want in net, but I feel like it was a much deserving, kind of needed break for Lyon just because the intensity he's been on since the losing streak, really. Because he's the one, obviously, everyone's kind of pointing to and blaming, or I know we're missing the captain, too, but it come from a guy who was top 10 at one point to he started being questioned. Mm-hmm. And sometimes, you just need a little bit of a break.
Yeah, you need a breather, especially if you've never done it before. And he has never done it before in the NHL. Go out there, start that many games, play this much. This is new for him. So, yeah, he definitely – that's why I thought we were in a good situation with Husso and him, because you got 2 guys that have – you can throw each of them out there in certain spots. But it was a big third period and overtime by Reimer to make sure that he stopped some big shots in the third period to make sure the Red Wings got to overtime and then eventually won.
Husso pulled from his start, too. You see that?
Yeah.
Still dealing with some issues.
They called him up, though.
That's good.
Yeah, so we'll see.
I'll take it. We'll cash that one in. Yeah, man, Red Wings on tonight. I already apologized Friday, but in case anybody missed it, because I know Fridays aren't as popping as Mondays are typically, I apologize for being, negative, per se, on the Red Wings odds to make it. I mean, obviously, it's still pretty close, but they're in it, and I shouldn't have dismissed them.
Odds right now, plus 110 to make the playoffs. I know we've been updating it basically every single day on here because the standings have just been crazy. But back to the Alex DeBrincat thing, he had 13 shots on goal his last 2 games combined. I have to think that Stevie kind of called him out and was like, dude, we need you to
Stevie went in the locker room.
I know.
Apparently.
I think he had a conversation with him specifically. This is all speculation, but hey, Alex, we need you. We brought you in to be a goal scorer. Start peppering him every game. And I love the aggressiveness out of DeBrincat that I've seen the last few
That's what he's brought here to do.
You can't score without shooting the puck. You can't score without shooting the puck. And when the Red Wings were floundering and looking around, they were trying to get too cute. I saw it every time. They're trying to make the extra pass, trying to get the perfect shot, the perfect scoring attempt. No, just put the puck on the fucking net. Just do it. You do that. Most of the time it doesn't work, but you're going to get some good luck eventually. And they started doing that. DeBrincat has been starting to fire that puck on net. And look at that, 5 points in 2 games. So,
which that should be a bigger story that Stevie went in the locker room. I didn't know that.
People
should be talking.
It's not
about
confirmed.
I think it was like a week ago.
But it's reported after the Penguins game.
Because I mean, for those guys specifically, this is a guy who on draft night, I remember I specifically was disappointed in him saying, "I don't know if we're going to make the playoffs." He didn't put any type of like expectation of making the playoffs. So the fact that like now it's coming down to it, he's in that locker room. Obviously, we were hyped to hear it because Stevie is this mythical being when it comes to hockey town. But to know that he went from a guy, on draft night saying he doesn't expect these guys to make the playoffs to in the locker room allegedly, ripping into people's asses about getting the shit done. Because he obviously sees some at this point. Or at least just to have a guy of his caliber speak to you on these type of moments to begin with I think is huge for any player. That's fucking awesome. That should be, and again, I guess it's not confirmed.
And it's different when you're hearing it, like, you're hearing it from your GM. Most players, obviously you're going to listen to that. But when it's Steve fucking Yzerman in Detroit, coming down there and saying, listen up, fucks. Like, I've done this before. You guys got to do it. Like, I can't go down the ice anymore. This is my city. This is my fucking franchise. Like, get your shit together. It means more hearing it from Steve Yzerman than it would from someone else.
Absolutely, man.
What do you guys think? Predictions the next two games at home tonight against Canadians, then at
I'm only putting
Canada.
out good karma, man. Win-win.
Yeah.
Yes.
WW.
I'm right there
You
with
need
you
it.
boys.
You need it.
No more excuses.
No.
Yeah.
You need it.
You can't
need
let
to win
one-
these games.
Yeah.
If you, like you said, we don't control our own destiny because we do need a Washington loss. But if you win both of these games, the only way you miss the playoffs is if Washington wins both of theirs as well. So go out there and win the fucking games, Wings.
Chris, you like them to win both?
Absolutely. This team has shown it. They've been up and down, but they have shown that at their peak, they can hang with any team in the NHL. So I think that this is time, and I trust it.
Let's do that hockey, fellas.
Let's rock.
Tell us about Lady Jane, Spitty.
Lady Jane's, let me tell you about Lady Jane's. Awesome is when a guy can be a guy and get an amazing haircut. That's Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Stop in, sit back, relax, and let one of Lady Jane's talented stylists make you look good, feel great, and be the best version of yourself. Walk in anytime, 7 days a week. Lady Jane's. It's wicked awesome.
Is that an octopus in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? See what I did there? Go Red Wings! From Octopi Experts, Woodward Sports.
Where's the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy?
It's Planet Fitness.
Join today for just $1 down, $10 a month. With over 2,400 locations and equipment for every workout, you can get in, get energized, and get going. And with free fitness training and most clubs open 24 hours, everyone belongs in the judgment-free zone. So join today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment, cancel anytime.
And with the first pick in the 2024 Media Draft, Detroit selects Woodward Sports. Thank you for making us the #1 digital network in Detroit.
Since 1996, Feldman Automotive has been driven to provide a fast, convenient, and first-class car buying experience called the Feldman Advantage. With 18 locations, there's a Feldman dealership in your backyard. Visit feldmanauto.com to find the location nearest you. Catch Woodward Sports Network live from Feldman Chevrolet of Novi every other Monday. Feldman Chevrolet is Detroit's #1 Chevy dealer.
What up, welcome back to World Heavyweights. Make sure you guys hit that like button. I'm Eazy. That's Spimo Rex.
What up, though?
Chris, Nicholas Kohloff.
Let's go.
We're gonna talk some Tigers. When do you want? We gotta talk UFC 300. Do we save it for the back?
I was going to say
save it for the back.
Save it for the back end.
Okay, all right.
Because holy shit, what a card.
Holy shit. Start to finish.
Start to finish. Yeah. And shout out Max, 600K.
Bit of adrenaline dump after that.
Are we just doing it now?
No, I'm down.
I'm down.
All right, cool. All right. UFC 300 this weekend.
Yes.
I know we're Detroit sports, but like we talk all sports if it's big enough, right? UFC, I love them. I love MMA.
Mm-hmm.
Just train personally, not fucking anything seriously. Once you get punched in the nose, and like I'm done. I'll just do some jiu-jitsu. I'll be over here. And, don't mind me. Fucking awesome sport. Best sport, honestly. Like, when you watch football, basketball, baseball, whatever it is, you hear these announcers use terms like fight or knockout punch, or they delivered the final blow. These are all fighting terms because fighting is the ultimate form of competition. It's fucking man versus man, fucking gladiator style, and there's no referees to fuck shit up. Like, maybe every once in a while you have like a late stoppage or early stoppage and stuff like that, but outside of that, it's just pure mano a mano, the ultimate form of competition. And my favorite fighter, Max Holloway. delivered this past Saturday.
Yes, he did.
I had opportunity to meet. I tell this story all the time, but I'm gonna say it once more. Okay, I had opportunity to meet him while he was world champ. All right, in the hood of Hawaii and Hawaii night, and he was outside sweeping the outside. It wasn't even like the inside or you step in. He's just sweeping the outside. World champion. That's stuff you have the white belts do, right? Like, he's just humble as hell, and he goes in against Justin Gaethje, who has like just this nuclear power in his hands, who's just known for knocking people out. His nickname is the Highlight, to put it in perspective, and he outclassed him all 5 rounds, broke his nose in the first round, so he wasn't able to fight the way he wanted to. And in the final seconds, it's contradiction for Max. He points to the middle of the octagon.
What he does, yeah.
He said, let's
Stand
be right
on
here.
business.
Yeah, stand on business. And they stood on business, the two of them, the final 10 seconds of the fight. And on the last second, Max delivered the final blow, sitting Justin Gaethje down. Chris, you want to put some of the pictures up? This shit was. What do you rank this?
It was one of the best
history?
knockouts I've ever seen.
I feel crazy saying that, but is that recency bias?
No, it's not.
I mean,
Joe Rogan said the same thing. Joe Rogan said it was the best knockout.
But they say, look at this. Look at Gaethje.
Yeah.
Face down, ass up.
Bro,
and he's a fucking warrior
He's
himself.
a killer.
Yeah.
He's a killer.
Like, I don't want any casuals thinking Justin Gaethje's like not sweet or not good or anything like that. Like,
No, the man's a
fucking
killer.
dog. Yeah.
He absolutely demolished Tony Ferguson in their last fight. And so you go out there, or not Tony Ferguson, Tyson.
Justin Poirier.
I thought it was Chandler.
No, Gaethje had kicked. Remember we had Stashes.
Oh, yeah,
He
yeah.
had kicked the Poirier.
No, didn't he beat Chandler for the BMF belt?
That was before. The BMF belt was Poirier.
But he beat Chandler.
I think it was Poirier.
Was it Poirier?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty
But
sure.
yeah, either way, this guy has multiple crazy finishes. Justin Gaethje is a monster out there. And yeah, it's the entire fight, Max was doing what he wants. Max claims he's the best boxer in the UFC. I don't agree, but he's definitely up there. He's definitely top 3. And he went out there and he showed why he is considered in that realm. He was absolutely just dog walking Justin Gaethje. He had that spinning back kick at the end of the first round to just completely shatter Justin Gaethje's nose. He hit him with a couple of those throughout the fight. And then, the final fight, or the final 10 seconds, just an overhand loop, boom, caught him right on the nose, put him down, lights out. Just an amazing way to end an amazing card.
He moved up.
Yes.
For that fight, too. Like, Max usually fights at 145, and, like, he's not known for doing that, for knocking people out like that. I wonder if the weight, or obviously Justin was just taking tons of damage, too.
And Ilia Topuria looked shook.
Oh, I wish he sent that picture.
It went to Ilia Topuria is the champion of Max Holloway's division. He beat Volk to get the title.
Yes.
And that is the guy that Max hasn't been able to get past is Volk, if you don't watch UFC.
Volk GOAT.
So now Max is probably going to get a shot at the title. And it panned over to Ilia after that knockout, and he was like, he looked like Daniel Jones at a press conference. Like, the dude was shitting his pants.
Everybody else was like, tight face. And Poirier was like you saw a boogeyman.
Yeah, it was embarrassing.
So, and they're saying that because he wanted to fight, Volkanovski agreed for that rematch to be in Spain or whatever.
Yeah.
And now it's looking like the Spain thing is like on the back burner until like next year, just because logistics and whatever. So Max might sneak in there. Speaking of Dustin Poirier, we mentioned his name. He will be fighting against Islam on June 1st.
Yep.
If I'm not mistaken. And then on June 29th, Conor McGregor will fight Michael Chandler.
Yeah. Conor McGregor, Michael Chandler actually happening.
Yeah. We'll see. I'll believe it when we see it.
Yeah.
That's how I am with the Conor McGregor stuff.
That's fair.
Regardless, though, the rest of the card's main event was Michigan native Jamal Hill. He fought a Bodman.
That's probably the scariest human being to walk in the octagon ever.
Put in perspective, Jamal, obviously, former champion. He's a pretty badass guy, like 6'3", 6'4", KO machine. And he's screaming at him at the press conference, and this dude's straight stone face, no reaction. He just never. That's his name is Poton, Hands of Stone. He just literally is that. They had pictures of him on a roller coaster, just straight like that. Gets kicked in the nuts.
Yeah.
Pats his stuff.
Waves off Herb
Make
Dean.
sure it's still there. Yeah, Herb Dean goes in to tell him timeout. Doesn't even look at Herb Dean. No look, grabs Herb Dean, tells him no. And not even like 5 seconds later, delivers a left uppercut to drop Jamal, and he finishes the fight.
And he didn't even catch him with it flush.
Yeah.
That's the craziest power of Alex Pereira. He didn't even catch him with it on the jaw. It was just, this man is Hands of Stone for a reason. The craziest part is he's about to go fight for the heavyweight title.
He wants to.
They're going to do it. He's going to be the guy fighting for the heavyweight title. He fought at 185. when he first got into the UFC.
Yeah.
He walks around at 240.
Yeah.
And he was cutting down to 185 to fight Eazy.
Insane.
The guy is a monster. Like I said, he might be the scariest human being to step in the octagon ever.
Yeah, so the champions he's beaten Yuri.
Yep.
He's beaten Jan.
Yep.
He's beaten Izzy and Jamal and Strickland.
Yeah.
He only has like 7 fights in the UFC.
Yes.
5 of them being champions.
He's on a generational run. And the guy, scary. Aspinall did you see the picture of Aspinall staring
now
at
that's
him?
the heavyweight match that I want because Aspinall is currently the interim.
Yeah.
And I love Stipe. I appreciate Stipe. Stipe is like 44, bro.
Yes.
42, I think exactly. I could be wrong on that. John Jones. I get it, right? I got a John Jones stand to my right,
GOAT.
right here.
That's
But
not the fight I want to see.
that's who John wants because he knows he's gonna beat him. And he's gonna retire.
Yeah.
Right after the
Oh,
sunset.
John, you mean John wants Stipe?
John wants Stipe.
Yeah.
Fuck that. I want him to fight Aspinall. Honestly, John smashes Potan. in my
Yeah,
opinion.
he wrestle fucks the shit out of him.
Exactly. He just takes him down. But Aspinall Potan, give me some of that.
That's the fight I want to see.
If John and Stipe are gonna sit here and bullshit until whenever, give me Aspinall Potan.
John will dog walk Stipe. John will beat Potan because he'll just wrestle fuck the shit out of him because John is one of the best wrestlers in the UFC's history. But, yeah, I want to see Aspinall and Potan. That's the fight I want to see.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I think they should do it.
And they want it. Like,
Yeah.
there's the video of Aspinall on Potan's walkout just staring daggers at him. Like,
Well, Aspinall's the one that posted that picture. When
Yeah.
staring at him.
after
Potan-
Potan said
Yeah.
he wants the heavyweight belt.
Yeah. Matt 754, and I have so much respect for the stash. Don Fry, legend. I think he actually wrestled here in Michigan recently, or not recently, but like
Don
coming
Fry?
up. Yeah. Don Fry and Dan starts with an S. Either way, they're like OGs of the sport.
Yeah.
Before like weight classes or whatnot.
Yeah.
No, bro. Like Potan, like these new
Don
era
Fry
fighters.
would get embarrassed in today's UFC.
All due respect to the legend.
For sure.
He's the man. But yeah, no, he'd get dog walked. But yeah, essentially that's the biggest takeaways from UFC 300.
Yeah, for sure. There are other great fights. Yuri and
Oh my god,
yeah, dude, that
bro,
that fight was just Yuri is
that guy is fucking
like
wild.
The skill level of Yuri is not very high when it comes to UFC standards, but that's one tough motherfucker, dude. Like the shots that he was eating,
Yeah,
and then he comes back to win. Like Yuri is a monster, man. He's fun to watch fight.
he is a psychopath. It's insane that he didn't get knocked out. Potan is the only guy to drop him in the UFC. Absolute dog. Let's go to break, though. When we come back, talk about the Cardiac Cats, the Detroit Tigers, and our Lions. Wherever you guys are feeling, we'll get to them all. But before we do any of that, I got to tell you about Swiss Insurance.
Oh, Bo Nickel, yeah.
What?
Timothy Belt says Bo Nickel's going
Cody.
on a run. Bo Nickel's a monster. Like, you can't wrestle with him. Nobody can wrestle with him.
If you're fighting, make sure you're insured. All right? Make sure you're insured with the best, and that's Mark. Mark at Swiss INS. Send him an email directly. Send him your mock drafts. Make sure he knows he's getting his money's worth. We are the Woodward Heavyweights. We'll be right back. You tell us what you want to talk. Tigers or Lions?
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience from one of our talented stylists. Enjoy a precision haircut, hot lather neck shave, scalp and neck massage, and a hot towel treatment to top it off. Enter for your chance to win the $50,000 Perfect Bracket Challenge. With more than 25 Metro Detroit locations, there's always a Lady Jane's near you. Lady Jane's Haircut for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Nashville Hot Chicken is back at Soroki's. They've got the tenders, the sandwich. They've also got loaded fries and the all-new Nashville Hot Pizza. but this is a limited time offer, so make sure you go get it while you still can at any of their 11 locations, or you can order online at Soroki's.com. Nashville Hot is back at Soroki's.
Soroki's! What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. I'm your boy Eazy, joined by my guy Spin More Rax.
What up, though?
Young Chris, Nicholas Kohloff, a.k.a. Detroit Mario. And I decided for you guys. I didn't check the chat. I apologize. Maybe I should have during the break, but we kind of made a commitment to Cardiac Cats. I feel like they kind of deserve it. I know it was a series split there, but yesterday's game was kind of lit. And I know people get uncomfortable that way, but a win's a win. It's a very long season. I think you should just be happy with taking anything away, especially, it depends where you are on the side of the fence, but ahead of the season, at least I know Nick and myself were kind of, I don't really know how to feel about these Tigers. But I mean, if you don't mind, Nick, how are you feeling? Because you were 100% confident in them winning the division, and obviously we still got the entire season. But 9-6 right now. Where
Going
you
into
at?
a 4-game series against the Rangers.
I am thrilled that this team is 9-6 because I don't think they should be. It seems like we've been able to steal a couple wins, but in the same breath, we kind of gave one away on Saturday. I was at that early game at Comerica. Beautiful day, first time down at the ballpark. Zach McKinstry, massive error at third base to allow that massive inning for the Twins. Can't let that happen. Just got to play cleaner baseball. But, I mean, it's all about these bats. I think it's going to be about the bats all season. Spenny, do you have faith that these bats can pick it up enough to keep up this pace of winning baseball?
Yeah, I do. Because I don't think they're going to be hitting the way they have to start off this game all year. I think that Riley Green has already picked it up a little bit. We saw he's starting to get back to what he was. He's hitting the ball deep. He's doing what he needs to do. Torkelson had a good game their last game. He had the double that missed the home run by about a foot, and then he had the game-winning single to drive in a run. On top of that, you've got Gio Urshela and Mark Canha who are going out there and making plays, and they're making good at-bats. The only two people on this team that I'm like, yeah, they're not going to hit are Parker Meadows and Javi Baez. Like, those are – you send Parker down to Toledo and just play Vierling in center. Like, that's what you got to do. Parker's hitting like 0.65 right now. Send him to Toledo. We cannot have that in our lineup, especially batting him right in front of Javi Baez. That's 2 automatic outs. But – no, I think the offense will get better as the season progresses. Guys like Torkelson and Riley Green and Kerry Carpenter will start hitting the ball more, as they already have the past couple games. And I'm excited to see the way that it unfolds. But you got a tough matchup coming up. You got a 4-game series in Texas against the defending World Series champions. And I know Nick's going to be cheering for the Rangers, so his guy Wyatt Langford goes crazy.
We're at home, actually.
Oh, it's at home?
Yeah, so it's at Comerica. It's going to be popping downtown tonight for a Monday. Think about Tigers and Red Wings, 2 massive games. But speaking about my guy Wyatt Langford not getting the start, getting a rest day the first night in Comerica. So honestly, that's lucky on our part, I would think personally, because he probably has something to prove that this Tiger team passed on him coming into town. Hopefully he goes 0 for 15, 10 Ks. You know, I would love to see that. I just thought he was a better prospect than Max Clark at the time. I know he's more projection than Max Clark, and luckily he's starting to get some hits, and he's calling out the haters with his shoes.
Yeah, he is.
As well. Yeah, I'll gladly take that on the if I'm wrong about Max Clark.
I think Max
Speaking
Clark's
of calling
gonna
out
be
the
a dog.
haters, I was listening to the Sweet Serenades of Dan Dickerson yesterday. I wasn't able to watch it.
Dan Dickerson's the GOAT.
I heard Javi had a little,
Yeah, honestly,
Huh?
that shit,
The
Javi,
haters?
stop that clown shit,
What
bro.
are you doing? Come on.
You're getting booed for a fucking reason, because
Yeah,
you're
but
trash.
he's doing the
You're
Jared Goff
absolute
thing.
trash. So
He's using it as
don't when you
motivation.
hit 1 home run when you're 2 for 34 with 8 strikeouts. Like, don't run around the bases. You're getting booed for a reason, and honestly, you should be getting booed more because you're the worst everyday player in the MLB. You have been the worst everyday player in the MLB for 2 seasons now, and this year it's looking like it's going to be worse than it was last year. So don't try to show up the fans by throwing your hand up. You're getting booed for a reason, and you should be getting booed more because you're dog water.
He's batting 140, 0 walks, and 14 strikeouts in 13 games.
It's terrible. And he's getting paid $25 million a year. And we got him for 4 more fucking years.
But that's what Jared Goff does. Boo me. Let him motivate
Jared
him.
Goff isn't the worst position player in his sport.
Let him motivate him.
It didn't motivate him last year.
He hit a home run.
Dude's a bum.
He ain't killed nobody.
He's an earner.
He's an earner.
No, Javi Baez is dog water, and he's getting booed for a reason. So his little, where you guys at? After he hits his first home run in like fucking
I didn't get
year.
to see it, but I heard if Dan Dickerson's calling you out.
What did Dan have to say about it live?
He just was confused by it. He just sounded perplexed. He's like, Javi put his ear to the crowd.
He's getting booed. You're
He
getting
hasn't
booed
been
for
the
a
fan
reason,
favorite.
man. You fucking suck. Like, if you don't want to get booed, be better at baseball. It's that easy.
Maybe he's waking up, Smitty. He knows Latino players when it gets warm out. That's his first home run since I think
El Mago's back. I tweeted Neil as soon as he hit the home run.
it's been like since September 15th.
Yeah, dude, he fucking sucks.
Including spring training.
Yes. Like I said, I'm not exaggerating when I say he is the worst everyday player in baseball.
Yeah.
He has been the worst everyday player in baseball for almost 2 calendar years. Like, the guy is terrible.
Jesus, man. 140. 14 strikeouts, 13 games.
Look at his OPS. His OPS is like 300. Like, dude, what? A paraplegic 70-year-old Pete Rose could have a better
All right.
OPS than 300
All
today.
right. Be nice. He's on our team.
He sucks.
Leave it to Eazy to bring up golf and talking about the worst MLB player.
Yeah, you cannot compare them at all.
I'm just saying he's using it as motivation.
That's like if fucking Desmond Ritter completes a pass and was going, oh, that's what it would be like.
It's honestly even worse than that.
Yes, it is.
If Desmond Ritter was still better for Javi's been.
I mean, that's a You're talking Mac Jones type.
Talking freaking. I mean, who is the
worst player in the NFL?
It's Tim Boyle throwing a touchdown to like AJ Brown or
No, it's
Justin
got to be
Jefferson.
somebody who gets paid.
It's Nick Mullins throwing the Justin Jefferson and holding his nuts. Like, yeah.
And it's got to be somebody who gets paid because he's making $25 million a year.
That's very true. Very, very true. The Woodward haters with Eazy and Spin Rex and Flannel Sam.
Yeah, I am a hater. I hate Javi Baez. I'll admit it. He fucking sucks, and I don't want to see him on my team. If you don't hate Javi Baez, you're a cousin. Like, every single Detroit Tigers fan should hate Javi Baez. If the Tigers don't win the division this year, it will be because of Javi Baez. Because you have a gaping hole in your everyday lineup who is an automatic out every single day and is the highest paid player on the roster.
Where are you at with the division, though, Nick? Because you were...
Guardians started out on fire at 11-5. The Royals 10-6. We're 9-6. I guess the other two teams kind of have superstars. You look at Bobby Witt on the Royals, and he's just an absolute star. And Spencer Torkelson and Riley Green were talked about within the same breath as Bobby Witt is a top 5, top 10 MLB prospect talent.
Top five.
But he's put it together faster. It's from the looks of it, and we know how bad Torkelson struggles in March and April. We don't have to go through that again. The Guardians, they have Jose Ramirez. So it's like they have their stars that are hitting. I need to see somewhat of a pulse from these Tigers. Hopefully, that's basically it.
Give me a second, Nick. Rich Baldwin, never do that again. Never do that blasphemy ever again.
What?
He said, Cabrera sucked the last 5 of his years. Spenny, did you rag on him? He is the best Detroit Tiger of all time. Gave you multiple MVPs and a triple crown. Don't ever put Javi Baez in the same sentence as Miguel Cabrera ever again. Have some shame. Sorry, Nick.
So this offense is still struggling, basically bottom 5 around the league when it comes to all major categories. That is the only thing I was worried about going into this season. Are we going to have enough proven bats? And honestly, Eazy, nothing's really showing me so far that I can put a lot of faith in them. So this pitching staff is going to have to remain elite. Our defense is going to have to come out strong every single night if we want a chance to win. Unless Spencer Torkelson and Riley Green start just completely putting this team on their back.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, the guys are going to... Torkelson, he showed a little bit of a flash in their last game with a couple hits, a big hit in that double. Like I said, it was like he missed the home run by a foot. Like, it was really close, right up against the wall, and then had the game-winning single. So hopefully that is a sign of him starting to get things going, to get that swing together. Riley Green's been hitting the ball pretty well the past couple games, so I have a feeling he's getting started. Carpenter's looked good in the at-bats he's been getting. And Colt Keith, I'm not worried about. I think he'll get it together eventually. He's not. It's not like he's doing bad or anything. He's a rookie. So
yeah, a little slower of a start. But he had 2 hits as well on the game I was at Saturday, so that was good to see. We did choke that one away Saturday, so it was good that we got one back yesterday to salvage the series 2-2. But looking ahead to this Texas one. It's going to be hard. We face Michael Lorenzen, former Tiger pitcher that we traded last year.
The return.
Yep. So the return of Michael Lorenzen to Comerica. Hopefully we take a split. You know, that's where I'm at with it. Beat up on the teams that you're supposed to, but kind of split with the teams. I mean, Texas is projected to be way better than us, but if we could take a split, I'd be happy with that. Especially, I believe it's Casey Mize or Reese Olson on the mound tonight.
Reese Olson on the tit tonight, yeah.
Who is Lyon back tonight for the Red Wings? I forgot to ask that.
I don't know. I would assume so. Yeah, they're not going to go Reimer back to back.
They went Lyon.
Yeah.
Reimer did let up a lot of things, to be fair. All right. Well, you guys officially gave Spinney a fucking aneurysm.
Yeah, there's no Miguel Cabrera slander ever.
I mean, you Nick got into it pretty good last Thursday. You got any Miguel slander in your back pocket there, Nick?
What? No, Miguel was not.
Yeah, you don't slander Miguel Cabrera. He's the greatest player in franchise history.
He was what he was.
Yeah.
At that point in his
we knew what was going to happen. This is what we've gotten out of Javi Baez ever, is him being the worst player in the MLB. Like, it's not like he gave us good years or took us to World Series or won MVPs.
Yeah, fellas, I had a Wyatt Langford homer bet that I put in this morning. Does that money come back? Because he's not even in the starting lineup. Yeah.
Ken says Michael Lorenzen revenge game. Yeah, Michael Lorenzen will be on the tip for the Rangers. So that's kind of like we should be able to shell Lorenzen, honestly.
Really?
Yeah. It's his first game back from injury. We kind of caught lightning in a bottle with him.
Not a power pitcher.
Yeah, not a power pitcher. He's a field guy. First game back from injury, you should be able to rough him up a little bit. So,
what do you think about our guy Torque not lasting so many innings?
What?
Did he go out at 5 again? Did he leave in the 5th again?
Torque?
Yeah.
You thinking Skubal?
Or Skubal, I'm sorry.
Skubal? Oh no.
I think they were just fighting off his pitches, from what I was able to tell from Friday. Like they were really making him work.
His pitch count was pretty high.
Yeah.
Not worried about it.
Is there anything he could do about that though?
I mean, just get more swings and misses.
Yeah. All right. Before we get going, prediction for the series. Nick, we'll start with you.
I'll go 2-2. I'll try to be optimistic with that. Rangers can hit, so if we wanna be in these games, we're gonna have to put up runs. I'll say 2-2.
Spinny?
I would also go 2-2.
I was gonna go 2-2 as well.
You gotta split at least. Gotta
2-2
split
as well
at least.
too. That was weird to say.
Chris, we sweeping?
3-1. Come on, man. This is the time.
Let's go. Let's do that baseball. All right. When we get back.
And where was it? Steve-O baby, Spencer. I'd rather have Miguel Cabrera back than Javi. Yes. Right now, I'd rather have Miguel Cabrera from last year than Javi right now.
Absolutely. Without a doubt.
Tell us about Shake Shack.
I'll tell you guys about Shake Shack as soon as I find my Shake Shack read. Now, I guess I could just tell you to go to Shake Shack in store, on app, or in person. All right. And use the promo code Woodward for the purchase of $10 or more. You get a free Chicken Shack, Shake Shack sandwich. Again, all you have to use promo code Woodward. That's in store, in person, online, or on the app. It's the Shake Shack free Chicken Shack sandwich with the promo code Woodward. We're the Heavyweights. We'll be right back.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today. Thank you to the Detroit Lions. and Sheila Hamp for the best season in Lions history. Now it's time to let Brad Holmes cook. Woodward Sports.
Wake Up Woodward. Woodward Sports is a new morning show. Start your day with Wake Up Woodward, Monday through Friday, 8 to 10 a.m. live on Woodward Sports. Join Kool-Aid, Flannel Sam, Broder, JB, and KG every morning as I cover all of Detroit sports. Sports talk, banter, live fan interaction, all on Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
What up, though? Welcome back to Whatever Waits Live on WoodwardSports.com. I'm Eazy, joined by guys Spin More Rex.
What up, though?
Young Chris, Nicholas Kohloff. My bad. I'm texting a plumber and trying to do this at the same time.
Code for gay stuff?
Yeah.
Real gay stuff. Come see me.
I'm a Swedish plumber. I'm come to fix your pipes.
I'll get you right. Smash that like button, be a friend, tell a friend to the stream. Detroit Lions. Don't forget Thursday. 3 more days to Detroit Lions unveil the new uniforms. Just real quick, this topic isn't about that, but speculation. Just what are you guessing, Spinny, on the unis?
I think they're gonna do that like charcoal.
Me too.
For one of them. I mean, those will probably be the alternates. I don't think they'll change. I think they'll do a white aways, blue homes, and then the alternates will probably be like
Blue
a charcoal.
homes.
Blue homes.
Blue homes.
Hey, homes. Yeah, I think it's gonna be, but I think they'll look sharp. They haven't made any bad decisions in recent memory, so
it's very true.
I'm not trading for somebody at the deadline.
I'm with you too. I'm going that charcoal gray.
Yeah.
Something dark.
I hope it's dark. Like
I
dark,
feel like,
dark.
I feel like the pictures they put out were kind of like Easter eggs. Like the announcement. There's a lot of dark in there.
And the hats.
The hats, draft. Although the draft hat was black when Aiden came out too. But so I don't want to dive too much into the hats. I will say this though. Shout out to E&E, Ermanni and Edwards from Maz. They had Calvin on a few weeks ago. Did you peep what happened then?
Mm-hmm.
So in the back half of the Calvin Johnson interview, I don't know if he slipped up or not. I'm not sure what happened, but he's like, yeah, it's been a while since we wore the black ones, and I'm definitely going to get me one when they come out, or something like that. I'm excited for him. It's like, because the question was, are they going back to black?
Whoa.
Yeah, exactly. Like, hold on.
Calvin, you can't just drop that.
Yeah, what are you saying here? So it sounds like, I don't know. I mean, I'm not opposed to it, but.
I just think of that. Imagine that defensive line in the all-black uniforms. Aiden Hutchinson, DJ Reader, Ali McNeil, Marcus Davenport. Those 4 massive human beings wearing that's scary shit. Like
Carlton Davis.
Yeah, bro.
Lanky ass back there. Kirby Joseph.
Fucking Jack Campbell's big ass standing behind him.
Brian Branch fucking hawking the quarterback, moving around. You don't know where the fuck he's coming from.
That would be
same with Iffy.
Iffy's big ass in the all black.
Meek for sure.
Yeah,
he got the dog.
Oh yeah,
he followed me on Instagram.
I saw that.
You see that? Shout out to Meek. Hey, shout out.
He's already got the black Air Force energy. Like, give him the black uni to wear. Like,
yeah.
I'm all for the blacks, dude. I think they'll be.
Dude, that was crazy.
No, Biden. I just think they would be. I think the black unis would be fucking fire. I am all for the blacks too, though. Shout out.
Speaking of the defensive line, the 33rd team picked Aiden Hutchinson, or AI. I'm sorry. Let me say that one. The 33rd team's AI, whatever. I don't know what program they use. But they predicted Aiden Hutchinson to win the 2024-25 Defensive Player of the Year, Smitty.
Yeah.
How you smelling about that one?
I mean, I don't hate it. Like, do I think it's going to happen? Probably not. I wouldn't put my money on it, but he's definitely going to be in contention. I think he's going to be upwards of 17 sacks this year. So, yeah, that'll definitely vault him into that contention. He's got to make some turnovers. He's got to do some stuff, to punch the ball out, and which he's done in his career. Like, we know he knows how to strip the ball. We know he's got those hands and can get some interceptions. So, yeah, I mean, I'd put some schmeckles. What are the odds on that, Nick? You gonna look it up right now?
Yeah, I got you. Give me a sec.
Nick,
how do you feel?
I got something in Slack too. If you grab it real quick,
I can tell by the way your arm flailed.
I'm kind of buying into it a little bit there, honestly. Partly, I have 2 reasons. I have one reason that's legitimate, and then I have one reason that's kind of like, right? The real reason, if I'm being honest with you, all the credit we're giving to Aleem to win this, or not win this, but to get 10 sacks or have that breakout year, is due to DJ Reader. And what DJ Reader has factually done in the past is help out the whites over there in Cincinnati in terms of Sam Hubbard and Trey Hendrickson.
That is, yeah.
And so it was the edge rushers that benefited from DJ Reader directly over there in Cincinnati Well, we have a Watt on our team. They made Hudson, and I think that's maybe what this AI is kind of like predicting. The other thing, too, when it comes to the Watts rushing off the edge, my favorite Watt to rush off the edge in today's NFL is Max Crosby.
Yes.
And we talked about
Max
how he's got
Crosby,
that dog in him. He's a different breed, right?
He's white chocolate.
And we said it in the past jokingly, I believe it was like a live stream, or maybe we were here. And we're like, yo, maybe Hutch just has to get some tattoos. Get tatted up and wake up that dog.
He did.
Maybe he heard us because he got a new tattoo.
He had this. Yeah, he had this during the Rams game.
Breathing God,
I believe.
I don't think he did.
I saw pictures.
This one, I saw on his. He posted this one on his Instagram today.
Yeah, I saw pictures of it, like him in the Rams game with it on his arm. But
maybe it's a different one. I don't know.
No, that's yeah. I mean, that'll definitely help. Definitely makes him look cooler.
It's also. Can you put that back up real quick?
Breathing God.
Because maybe it's like a Korean version of this. You know, breathing God. Does that believe in God?
Breathe.
I know, but maybe a Korean tattoo artist. A breathing God.
And the H and the E are.
That's breathe.
Yeah, but look at the H and the E.
That's why I love it
like
so
one
much.
letter.
Oh, it is. There's a video on it. He posted something on his Instagram. I saw that.
Yeah, I'm sure it's probably something from a Bible quote or something like that. But no,
Actually,
yeah, I'm all for it. If it makes him play more like Max Crosby, I'm here for it for sure.
Nick, what are the odds?
Speaking of Max Crosby, Chris, I threw those in there.
I see it, man.
Okay, hype. All right, Jesus.
Thanks to my assistant GM.
Great value at plus 1,600. He is the 6th ranked defensive player for Defensive Player of the Year. Speaking of a guy, Max Crosby, right ahead of him at plus 1,000. TJ Watt right ahead of him at plus 800. Nick Bosa at plus 800. Myles Garrett plus 700. And Micah Parsons plus 600.
Will Anderson at plus 2,500. Don't hate it.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, that's
I don't hate it.
A little sprinkle on that. But yeah, I mean, Aiden Hutchinson right there with all of the other elite defensive players.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that Aiden.
That?
That Aiden Hutchinson is on this list, and I 100% believe that he's going to get 15 plus sacks next year, a bunch of pressures, like you guys said, passes defended, possibly some interceptions, some forced fumbles. He's going to be a key reason if this defense becomes a top 15 defense in the NFL.
Honolulu BS says that HE is for Christ.
I mean, that makes sense.
He's a very religious man.
Why you assume his gender?
Shout out to him.
I just don't understand.
I'm going to assume Aiden Hutchinson is a man. I feel comfortable in that assumption. But yeah, he's a very religious man, so it's good for him. Good for him. I'm a fan of tattoos. He's a fan of tattoos.
Love tattoos.
Yeah, so.
My tattoo artist is tattoo.
Yeah, my tattoo artist is the man. Shout out Eric Molka.
My tattoo
King's Cross Tattoos, if you guys need one.
Steve Butcher, Steve Pelkey. Actually, Steve Pelkey's here in Michigan. Yeah. Steve Butcher and Cali.
Shout out Eric Molka. Dude, this was the first anime tattoo he's ever done.
This is the first Thanos he ever did.
Yeah, he killed that shit though. He's the man too. Very cool guy. But yeah, I'm happy for. Devin the dog says, "Hey, what bet did you just make?" I just said, sprinkle a little bit on Will Anderson for Defensive Player of the Year.
Are you going to sprinkle a little bit on Hutch though?
I would sprinkle some on Hutch.
How much?
No Diddy.
How much on Hutch?
Maybe a Tensky.
So how much? Not touch. If I said touch, you say no Diddy.
Yeah, but I said I'm going to sprinkle a little bit on Hutch. No Diddy.
That fits too. Sprinkle me.
Sprinkle that motherfucker. No, I'll probably throw a 10 on Hutch and a 5 on Will Anderson.
Yeah, I might do a 10 on. I might do 5 on Hutch, 10 on Anderson.
Yeah.
Who are you more confident between the two? I mean, I know that's the Vegas odds. What are Spinny's odds? The Spinny Sportsbook.
Spinny Sportsbook?
I kind of like Will Anderson a little bit more.
Yeah.
He did it last year. I mean, hold on. What did he do last year?
He didn't. I mean, Hutch had a better year than him last year.
Yeah, but that's Will Anderson's rookie year. Hutch are kind of sacks are one of those stats.
Will Anderson also had more help on the defensive line than Hutch did.
And then he also had Danielle Hunter.
Yeah, Danielle Hunter.
The
but you lose Greenard, so it's. I mean, obviously, Danielle Hunter's better. Yeah, but still, it's not like he didn't have help last year. Like he had Greenard that too. So Hutch has more help. This is the most help Hutch has ever had on the defensive line.
Autry too.
Yeah.
Swiping in.
I'd go with Hutch just because I think Aleem's going to stay healthy. He's going to have a freak season. Obviously, DJ Reader's going to help out everybody.
The DJ Reader.
I got Hutch going over 17-6. I don't think Will Anderson will get up there just yet.
Nick, you're sicko. You bet all the time. I'm sure you probably put something on there while you looked it up. How you feeling about it?
No, I didn't yet. I got some bets out tonight, so we'll see how those go. But I would definitely take Hutch plus 1,600. It's one of those things that you like, that you have to enjoy rooting for throughout the year, just to keep track on him, keep track of some of the other top defensive ends and see what they're doing, because it seems like that really is their award to lose. You know, it's all about the sacks, the TFLs, forced fumbles. So I definitely like Hutch here. We've seen guys in their sophomore seasons kind of take a step back maybe at some points, and in Hutchinson's case, he just wasn't getting the sack numbers specifically, but he was getting a lot of those pressures. So if we can see him turn a lot of those pressures into sacks, he could put up a lot of numbers really quick in his third season in the NFL.
Here's what I'll say, right? Because I want to put that expectation on him just because when we saw last year. But again, the year reader is in the middle now. Maybe he helps, gets him home. But regardless of if he brings home the Defensive Player of the Year award or if he's even in the running, I think Hutch still offers something of value on this team. And I don't
he's the
want
best
that
player
to be,
on your defense by far.
I mean, I guess he's drafted number 2 overall, so maybe it's fair to have that standard of him. But like, I just want people to know, same as last year when he wasn't getting the sacks, people kind of like on his ass a little bit there, and maybe even me at certain points. But like, there's still value in what he does and what he contributes to this team.
Yeah, he is the best player on your defense.
Even in the NFC championship game, people were like on his ass, but it's like, bro, batted like 2 balls down. And rushed like 3 throws. Like he still was like in there like swimwear.
Yeah, he is a huge contributing factor to this defense. Obviously, like I said, he's the best player on your defense, and it's not even close. So that's why I have the expectations and give him the criticism that I do when he went a month without a sack, was because I know how good he is. I know how good he is. I know how important he is for this defense, and I expect him to be at that level. I expect him to be at that Defensive Player of the Year caliber level. And I think he expects it of himself as well. Like, he knows what kind of a dog he is.
And he was up for Heisman.
Yeah. Chris?
I think it'll be interesting to see how much, because narrative is also a factor in this, how much of the narrative around the Lions kind of is favorable to his candidacy. Like, is this going to be something where he's going to obviously have to put up a certain amount of numbers, but will there be another new sexy team that everybody's rooting for, that everybody's in love with this year, or will it still be the Lions? I think that's part of it. But just speaking on the production side of it, I think it's very fair, because I think this is a show and prove year. Not that it's a defining year for his career, but I think it is a show and prove in the sense of you have finally upgraded the defensive line, you've upgraded the coaching of the defensive line as well. So he's gotten all the tools and resources he needs to play at a better level. I'm not talking about peak, but at a better level. So I need to see improvements across the board. And I don't know where I fall yet on how much I can expect from him, but I can expect improvements.
Silky Johnson said exactly what I was thinking. He says Texans are the new sexy team, and that's the Texans are the AFC Lions. Like,
yeah.
They're in the same trajectory right now. They're both kind of darlings of the media and both great stories.
Dog of a coach.
Very, very good, fun players, guys, head coaches that are high energy,
Quarterback
former players
heading into the league.
Yeah, quarterbacks that were doubted by everybody heading into the situation they're in now, and very, very complete rosters on both teams. I love the Texans. Texans-Lions Super Bowl would be fucking awesome. It would be so sweet. Obviously, Lions would be fucking awesome versus anybody, but Texans are probably my second favorite team in the league right now, honestly.
Yeah. I saw a comment in the Woodward Sports chat, and I know we got to go to break here. Maybe continue this when we get back, as well as some other things too. But I see a couple of votes, some write-ins here for Brian Branch
as
Defensive Player of the Year. Is that out of pocket? I mean,
I think that's a little out of pocket. I mean, he's making great plays, but you got to
pretty fucking good last year.
You got to be on the field for, I would say, at least 90% of your team snap, or like 85% of your team snaps.
You don't think he'll do that?
I mean, if they
put him at safety,
he would be. When's the last time a safety won Defensive Player of the Year, though?
Does Troy have any?
Troy or Ed Reed?
It'd probably be Ed Reed.
Yeah, Troy, Ed Reed, I'd say.
He is on this list at plus 10,000. That means $10 gets you 1,000.
Sheesh. I might throw
just for
$5
cash
on there. I don't know.
Let's see.
Look at the safeties to win Defensive Player of the Year.
Troy Polamalu in 2010.
Ooh, I'm fucking good. Look at me. That's about it.
And then Ed Reed in 2004.
Let him cook.
Any other safeties? Those are the ones.
After those two, in 1984, Kenny Easley.
Who the fuck?
For the Seahawks. Dick Anderson in 73 for the Dolphins.
Oh, yeah.
Only 4 safeties have ever won Defensive Player of the Year.
It's actually kind of crazy. I feel like it's a position where you can make a lot happen.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you're in a position where you can get a lot of interceptions and like you know, and highlight plays too, because you know a lot of that factors in too. If you're making the big sexy plays, like
J.J. Watt won 3 in 4 years, and Aaron Donald won 3 in 4 years. That's what, dogs.
All right, let's go to break. When we come back, maybe a new kicker for the Detroit Lions. I'll leave it at that.
But first, let me tell you about Figer Law. All they do is win. After an accident, people need to hire a lawyer more than any other time. So make Figer Law your first call. 1-800-A-WINNER. That's 1-800-A-WINNER. Their team of trial lawyers will get you the money you deserve. Figer Law. All we do is win.
Congratulations to the real Coach of the Year, Motor City Dan Campbell.
Just put your head down and go to work. It's about to be fun, man. It's about to be fun.
Woodward Sports.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Game is won in the trenches, and our big fellas don't mess around. The Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports.
Give your pet the best. Premier Pet Supply is hands down Michigan's best pet store. Same prices and all the conveniences of the online and big box retailers, with one major difference. They're family and locally owned and operated for 30-plus years. Over 60 brands of food with nutrition experts to help you. It's same-day local curbside home delivery. Premier Pet Supply. Give your pet the best. www.premierpetsupply.com.
Welcome back to World Heavyweights live on Sports.com. I'm Eazy, Spimo Rax, young Chris, Nicholas Kohloff, a.k.a. Detroit Mario. Smash that like button. Be a friend, tell a friend, share the stream. I'll update the polls to make sure you guys smash that like button. It does mean a lot to us.
And remember, we have my pinned comment is a link to the fundraiser that Brad Holmes Bulge came on to talk about earlier. So if you want to donate some money to a family trying to help their premature baby deal with all of the medical bills that it's going through, make sure you go to the link I posted, and that tweet has all the information you need to help donate.
So, this is like not even a Detroit media outlet reporting this. This is NBC Sports reporting that UFL kicker Jake Bates has already been guaranteed a spot in the NFL, in an NFL training camp, I should say, this summer. If you guys aren't familiar with Jake Bates, he is the Michigan Panthers kicker. He went viral his first week with, what, I think, how long was that one?
64, I think. 64?
It was 64 yards?
He hit 2, one was 62 and one was 64.
My God. Oh, yeah, here it is right here. He previously made field goals, 64, 62, 52 in the first 2 weeks. And then he hit a 55er on Sunday. There's actually a video from Sunday, if you don't mind playing this one, Chris, of fans already kind of planting the seat. Shout out to you guys. The realest.
You are amazing. Please stick around in Detroit. Yeah, please. Play for the Lions. Lions need you. We need you. We love you. Thank you. Yes. Thank you very much.
And our girl Kelly Rowe, friend of the show, is the MC and in-game host of the Michigan Panthers. So, Kelly, we need you to platoon for Jake Bates to stay here and to stay for the Lions, because if he's banging them from 64 and 62 and now multiple 50-yarders, he's better than the Money Badger already.
Yeah.
So give him the spot.
And this is like, by the way, I just want to real quick, shout out to the fans who were like planting that seed, by the way. Like, Kelly, I know Kelly's going to do her part. She's a big Detroit Lions fan. Part of the reason she's from the program here. But you guys planting the seeds now, like, I fucking love it. Like, this makes Detroit so, infectious of a culture to want to be around, want to play in for as a football player, especially when we're winning games and in the away games. I'm sure he sees those like this guy. This is no kick-alicious situation either. Like I'm even going back to last year. The Cowboys had a similar situation with a guy who came in the league like 28 or some shit like that. Dude was 10 for 10 from 50 yards and up.
Yeah.
He was a candidate for like rookie of the year. Talking about Brandon Aubrey for the Cowboys.
Yeah.
So this isn't like a out of the blue situation. Like this kid Jake Bates is picking up serious interest from across the league.
And this isn't like a troll or like a joke or like, begrudgingly saying it like I do with Matthew Betts. Like, if you can kick, you can kick. It doesn't matter if it's the CFL, the XFL, the UFL, the LFL, shout out Lingerie Football League, or the NFL. Like, if you can kick, you can kick. And this dude can hit him from 60 plus. So bring him in, Lions.
I've been somewhat of a defender of Badgley, but not because he's good or anything like that. I just don't think he's as bad as people like make it out. You got to go get this kid. And just as the NBC article I just read suggests, just at least put him in camp, right? And if Michigan Panthers are paying him nice enough where he has a spot here in Detroit or in Michigan at the very least, and hopefully, hopefully, again, if you guys are out there, if any bartenders are listening, you can look him up, Google his face. If you see him, give him a free drink.
Give him free drinks.
Make him feel fucking welcome. We want this guy, the Detroit Lions.
DoorDash drivers, don't eat his French fries. Like, make sure this guy loves the city because he could very well be the Detroit Lions' next kicker.
I'd fucking love for it to happen. Yeah. Chris?
I mean, to add to that pitch, too, you don't even got that hard of a job when Dan Campbell goes for it on 4th down so many times. Come on, man. Like, you're you're only going to be put in good situations. So, come on.
Rich Baldwin makes a good point. Because a lot of kickers have, nicknames or funny names. You got the Money Badger.
Okay.
You got Dicker the Kicker.
Okay.
We could have Master Bates.
Nice.
Like, come on.
Maybe let's relax on that till he's inked on paper.
A long one from Master Bates.
Money shot from Master Bates.
Money shot from Master Bates. Like, come on, dude.
Let's just chill on that one till there's ink to the paper because he might not be comfortable with that. All right. But Nick, what are your takes on
like
Jake Bates?
Bro, you saw he was dapping people up.
Yeah, you said he was bagging them from 60 plus. If
Yeah.
he hit 60 plus game winners in this town, that's not going to be the only thing he's bagging is field goals. That's shout out Bates.
You get some of this bussy from Nick.
He ain't gonna have to masturbate. You know what I'm saying?
No, but I'm all in for this. If you can use this guy as a weapon, I mean, we've seen Tucker hit one that broke our hearts in Ford Field. But you think about what this can do for just not even end of game field goals, fellas, but end of the half. You can use this guy as a weapon. Running out of time, doesn't matter. Get to the 45, 46 yard line. Let this dude just rip one. He's already comfortable doing it in Ford Field. You can steal points this way if you have a kicker that can kick from this deep. I'm all in. Especially, I don't think Badgley's anything too good. So
Eduardo O'Neal says nigga freak. Cartier says Detroit bussy. Hey, he's not wrong. If Master Bates goes out there, bangs a 60-yard winner in a playoff game or not even in a playoff game,
we'll hand deliver.
Dude's gonna have some strange waiting for him. Like,
we'll hand deliver him, Nick.
We'll make sure he shaves the mustache.
Maybe he likes the mustache.
Maybe he likes the mustache.
People like the mustache.
Yeah.
Hey, Nick. What's
he rocks the mustache for sure.
I stabbed myself. Sorry.
Maybe that's a sign.
That is
That's
a sign.
Yeah. We'll leave the mustache alone. Sorry. Won't touch the mustache. No, I'm all for it. I think you got to get this done. And again, I think this is more so for the city, more so for the bartenders, more so for – because every single game, if not mistaken, is played at Ford Field for the Michigan Panthers and other UFL teams, right?
Mm-hmm.
Am I wrong in that? Or that means he's here all the time?
Yeah,
right?
they play at Ford Field.
We got to make him feel welcome, bro. I really do because he's going to get offers from everybody. Again, I'm not just – this isn't an article saying, oh, he should be Detroit Lions kicker. No, this is NBC Sports talking about this guy's going to be an NFL kicker. And like you said, the first time, the 64-yarder, we were already, the 62 on top of that, and then 55 this weekend, and the 54 before that. This is legit.
We should go to a UFL game and one of us paints Master and the other one paints
No, I'm telling we're staying away from that until the ink hits the paper. Did we not just agree?
All right, we should make a sign then.
What? Sign stay in Detroit?
Something about Bates, and we can make it funny,
Chat, you got any recommendations? And then the chat comes with something good. I just don't want to creep them out. I want them to feel welcome, not
ETN. That sounds like a battle rap bar. It says, Spenny gonna masturbate to Master Bates.
Oh wow.
Doesn't that sound like
It does.
Yeah. It's like a Drake bar. But
Relax.
no,
It did say don't make me break a nail.
Yeah.
It's this record. That was
He's
that was
zesty,
unnecessary.
bro. He's zesty.
That was unnecessary.
I need to max win.
I need a Max win.
But
money for
I need
fun.
a Jake Bates.
I need to max win.
I need a Max Bates.
I need a Max Bates.
All right. Anyway, yeah. I don't want to creep him out. I want to feel welcome, not fucking everybody here trying to fuck me.
Well, I mean, we already got the bulge movement. Somebody, we had Brad Holmes bulge on earlier. Bulge Army, I request of you, someone
Army.
make a Jake Bates bulge. Master Bates bulge. Like, we need that account. I need to see that account on Twitter tonight. Bulge Army, this is my one request.
He's determined to run this guy out of town.
Another thing about Jack Bates
He's
is
probably been getting his whole life.
if you bring him in, then you don't have to, seek out a kicker with a late pick,
Yes.
which fans have talked about. I know, it's been speculation, does this team go kicker in the draft? Brad Holmes can hit on those late picks, so if you don't have to spend on a kicker, that would be big, kind of bringing it all back to the draft here.
I'm
Bring
with
it
the shits,
around
and I hope it happens. I hope he gets signed to the Detroit Lions. If not, for camp at the very least. But I fully suspect if that happens, he probably wins out. Am I crazy to say that? This is not a Matthew Betts situation.
He would definitely win out in camp against Money Badger.
Yeah, because we got the Matthew Betts stuff. Like you're going against CFL offensive linemen, not the best offensive linemen. When you're kicking the ball, you're kicking the ball. That's the same in any sport. Maybe you could say there's less pressure on you if the guys aren't getting to you, but they're still facing the equal talent across from them to even get to you. You're kicking the ball. It's kicking the ball. Like I said, just translates.
But for real, you guys trying to go to a UFL game?
I'm done. Yeah.
I'm down.
Yes.
Have Kelly hook us up.
Yeah, I don't know when the next one is, but I'm down.
I think it's
They're on
look it up, too.
Saturdays, right? Too, or
The 55 already kicked on Sunday.
Well, either way, yeah.
The weekend works for us regardless.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, I'm down too. And you guys going to Michigan Panthers games? Let us know what you think of them and where we need to be for the tailgates.
It's fair. But first, let me tell you about Guardian Alarm. Guardian Alarm offers you customized solutions from real experts. Their professional technicians take the time to recommend security and automation solutions specific to your needs. They also have 24/7 professional monitoring. You can call them anytime, day or night, and no Guardian Alarm team member will stay on the phone as long as needed. And of course, they have technology backed by people. Your safety and security deserves technology that's been proven to work and people who have been proven to care. So call them at 1-800. Stay out. That's 1-800. Stay out. And let them know Woodward Sports sent you.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience from one of our talented stylists. Enjoy a precision haircut, hot lather neck shave, scalp and neck massage, and a hot towel treatment to top it off. Enter for your chance to win the $50,000 Perfect Bracket Challenge. With more than 25 Metro Detroit locations, there's always a Lady Jane's near you. Lady Jane's Haircut for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
You smell that? That's Brad Holmes cooking. And the off-season smells good. Woodward Sports.
Save the date, Dispo style, and celebrate 420. The best way to do it is Dispo Dispensary, giving up and over 1,000, over 1,000 prizes across all 12 locations across the great state of Michigan. DJs, vendors, deals, food trucks, they'll have it all at Dispo Dispensary near you. Visit disposhops.com. Find the closest one to you. It's Dispo Dispensary, your local campus plug. We'd like to welcome to World Heavyweights Live on WordSports.com. I'm Eazy, joined by some more Rax, Chris, Nicholas Kohloff, a.k.a. Detroit Mario. Smash that like button.
It's me.
Be a friend, tell a friend. Share the stream. You got breaking news?
Me? No.
Yeah. Oh, you look like you had something good to say. I had someone message me today. They counted out the visits for the Detroit Lions in the top 30. And most of them have been cornerbacks. Although, reportedly, it wasn't a need for Brad Holmes. And I do believe he goes BPA regardless, no matter what. But they're getting a cornerback on this draft.
Yes, they are.
I guarantee you that one. We got the Rebbies in the sheet, man. Can they get it done? Huge game versus the Canadians. How can they make the offs?
Yeah.
You want to do that? You want to do the Lions?
Well, we already talked about how they can make the offs.
All right, cool. Well, let's do this one. And I know you're going to be pissy about it, but I think it's worth talking about. We almost got into it Friday. Donovan Mitchell needs to be traded. They can't. The Cavaliers can't afford him. Actually, Chris, I'm gonna let you explain this one. I'm sure you looked into it.
Yeah. So basically, what happened is over the weekend is like it's been smoke all season, but it's really picked up now that it's the playoff time because you'll see this every year in the NBA. There's one star that loses maybe a little too early in the playoffs, and then all of a sudden those rumors heat up. Donovan Mitchell, who the Cavs traded for a couple seasons ago, is now potentially on the verge of leaving because he can sign an extension this summer. So here it is through NBA Central. The Cavs may be forced to trade Donovan Mitchell this summer if he doesn't agree to that extension. He'll be entering the final guaranteed year of his current contract, and if there's no extension, leading to a growing belief among rival teams that the Cavaliers will be forced to trade him in the coming months if they cannot agree to that extension. So we talked about it way back when. I remember this was right about the time I started working here. Shout out to Neil. And Neil had me on BDE, and I was training with Spencer. And we talked about the Pistons. Do they look at a guy like Donovan Mitchell? And before I toss it to you guys, I think it's a short and sweet answer. And to me, it's absolutely not.
Whoa,
I think Donovan Mitchell is a great player.
What
what has this regime done in the last 2 seasons to put forth a culture that you believe can sustain a superstar wanting to stay here?
You got to get one before they want to stay here.
I mean, I hear you, Spencer, but I'm saying I'm being realistic here. Do you think Donovan Mitchell wants to come to Detroit after the last 2 train wreck seasons?
I don't think it matters if he
It's
gets
not
traded.
up to him, yeah.
I know it's not, but I'm just saying realistically, dude. Like, this team is not in a situation where it can attract young talent. Like, it just I get
exactly. That's why you got to trade for a superstar when there's available. You're not going to get a superstar either way, anyway, unless you do something like this. We've talked about this every time. How will the Pistons get a superstar? They're not going to be able to sign one. The only way you could do that is if you make a trade for one that's on the outs with the team. And right now, there is one on the outs with the team. Jaden Ivey, a first, 2 firsts for Donovan Mitchell. I'd sign that tomorrow. You got to do it.
I don't think
I
they
like
would
the
do it.
value of it. I like the value of, but I'm just being realistic. I don't see a chance in which this guy wants to stay here long term after what this team has went through the last 2 seasons.
Bro.
That's got to mean something that this team is coming off the worst season in their franchise history. And this is a storied franchise. Like, I don't see. I agree that that's a move that the Pistons have to make. I just don't think the Pistons are in that position to make that move, to get that guy that wants to stay.
It's just as Smitty said, nobody's going to sign here willingly.
I know,
make
but
the trade, and I guarantee you pair him and Cade, you're winning games.
I agree with that.
I guarantee it. It's going to be a totally different dynamic and situation if he's on the team.
I agree that this team is much better, but are they better than where Cleveland is now?
I mean, they're right there. Right?
With the addition of Donovan Mitchell, you think that this team is as good as Cleveland? I don't.
Cleveland's probably a little bit better defensively.
I think they're slightly below. And what makes you think that he wants to stay here when it's been very clear that he wants to go to New York? It's been very, very clear. Those rumblings have been loud for years.
He wants to get paid.
That he wants to not only get paid,
if
but go to
Cleveland
New
would
York.
pay him, he would have stayed in Cleveland. Like, if they give him the money, he would stay in Cleveland.
And who's New
They're
York
not
gonna
going to give him the
up
money. We'll give him the fucking money. Like,
Yes.
I'll give you the money, Mitchell.
We have the money.
Yes.
$60 million in money.
Mitch.
We've been saying this every time we bring up the Pistons is they can't sign a superstar in free agency. What do you need to win in the NBA is superstars. I have zero faith in this team drafting a superstar outside of if they get the number 1 overall pick. And in this draft, that's not even going to be a superstar. So if you have one who's on the outs with a team, that's the only way you're going to be able to get one if you're the Pistons. Right now, I'm sending them, hey, I'll give you Jaden Ivey, 2 first-round picks, and anything with Quentin Grimes, whoever else you want on this roster, not named Cade or Duran.
Facts.
And you make the trade, and then you give him a max.
I mean,
I'm down with that.
I love the idea. I wish this could happen. I just don't see a world in which this Piston team can convince a player to stay. And I don't think it's all about the money like you point. I think that's part of it, obviously. But I think that Donovan Mitchell is a guy who wants to play in a certain place. And I think on top of that, he's going to get a max contract wherever he goes. So then it becomes preference.
Not
Where do you
Cleveland.
want to? I think Cleveland will give him the max. I don't think it's an issue of Cleveland not paying him.
Well, they're not going to just trade him if they wouldn't pay. It was because they don't want to pay him.
No, it's because they've heard the rumblings that he's not committed to them long term. Like that's it. Cleveland's going to offer him whatever they can offer him. I have zero doubts about that. This is not, to me, money. This is about Donovan Mitchell wanting to control his own destiny, go to his team, his situation. And I just don't see the Pistons there. Can they be there in a season or two? Hopefully. But I think coming off of your 2 worst seasons in franchise history, I just don't see a world in which you can convince a star player that, hey, after 1 season that will be mediocre at best, I don't see a world in which you convince that star to stay. As much as I'd love for it to be Donovan Mitchell, I would love for that. I said that on BDE 2 years ago when we had that conversation. I think the Pistons are a year or 2 away. What happened? 2 historically bad seasons. I agree with you guys on the principle of acquiring a star through trade. That is Detroit's method, but they can't do it right now because I just don't think the culture, the foundation is there for this team to be sustained.
You got to do it whenever
You're pissing me off.
Yeah.
Brother, that's what they have to do. And if they grabbed him, it would be a different culture and everything. Like, Monty's only been here 1 year. You pair Cade and Donovan Mitchell, like, you're automatically going. I would say it right now, you're going to the playoffs. I would say
I agree.
5th seed or up. Or 5th seed.
Whoa, 5?
I don't know.
I'm there. I'm honestly got there with Cade and Mitchell. Cade is what I'm sorry. Donovan is what I wanted Ivy to be. I mean, that was the best case scenario for Ivy was to be a Donovan Mitchell.
Ivy will never be able to shoot like him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. The way Jalen Brunson's been in New York, I think Donovan Mitchell could be to Detroit. On top of having Cade as that bigger body guard who could play a little bit of defense and be a facilitator too.
Donovan Mitchell he had the second highest 3-point percentage in the NBA on step back threes this year, behind Victor Wembanyama.
And guess who's grabbing those boards for cleanup?
Yeah.
Duren. Mm-hmm. Okay, good. Run it back up. 12 seconds or whatever the new shot clock is.
Again, I want this trade better than anybody.
Stop speaking negatively on. I don't understand.
But I
you're
gotta
not
look at the
right now,
franchise.
dude.
Can we not?
I don't give a fuck about the franchise. The franchise is in a terrible situation. I don't give a shit about that. I want to win games.
They're also in a situation where they want to win games too. Do you think they're not? I mean, the owner's getting called out every fucking single day.
Yeah, fuck looking towards the future. How good did looking towards the future do us 4 years ago? We're worse than we were then. So I'm done with that shit. If you're going to keep this ownership group, if you're going to keep this GM, if you're going to keep this shit situation, go get somebody who can win you games. I don't give a fuck about the future. I have no faith in this team, this organization, or this front office to build anything somewhat sustainable in the future. So if you give me an opportunity to win games right now, that's what I'm going to do.
You're talking about 5 of the worst seasons of franchise history under Tom Gores and company, and you think they're going to still continue to slow roll into the way to success?
I'm not saying
we got to do it the right way. No, they're going to make a drastic move like acquiring Donovan Mitchell and paying him.
You guys. The only point in this is that I just don't have faith that a star is going to come to this situation and like it enough to stay.
What about it, Chris? Because if he becomes, they're winning.
But it's clear that we established that this is no better situation for him than Cleveland, and he's not happy there.
I think it can be a better situation than Cleveland.
I hope so, but that's not any type of
take Mitchell
promise.
out of the equation and power rank your players between both teams. Just take Mitchell out. Who's number 1 between?
Cade.
Right. It's a better situation.
Then it's probably
Garland is pretty damn good.
Garland and Mobley.
No, Garland's better than Cade right now, but Cade will obviously be better.
I'm taking Cade.
I don't think Garland's better than Cade.
If you're building a roster right now, you're taking Garland over Cade.
No, because again, I'm the future of Cade.
Yeah,
I'm saying right now.
No, if you need to win a game right now,
I'm still taking Cade.
I'm taking Cade over Darius Garland.
I'm still taking Garland, but it's a conversation. I'm not mad either way.
Yeah. Okay.
I think they're very close.
Cade's too. I mean, I think Cade, even and like you said just now, too, the upside of it.
Yes,
even.
Of course.
And that upside again, is next year too. I think it's a better situation. I think it can end up being a better situation. Yeah, and depending on who we hire as team president, if it's a competent fucking human being,
again, but
they allow him to do the fucking job.
If he wants to go to New York, why is a team that is the 2 seed now in the Eastern Conference and looks to have a clear path to the Eastern Conference Finals?
He's like 4 seed.
Why would you not? No, New York's a 2 seed.
Oh, New York. He's not going to New York.
That was his preferred destination. It's been talked about forever. Yes,
and who they can give up?
They have our pick, Easy. They have our pick.
They don't have our pick because we have we're going to get our
lottery
pick because
protected.
Lottery protected.
but it's going to convey eventually. So they have the rights to a future Detroit Piston draft pick. So every year it doesn't convey, it's only going to get better and sweeter of a prize for New York.
Yeah, but we could trade him a pick that pick right now.
Literally.
They can't trade
And it'd be-
they can't trade the Cavs a top 5 pick next year. We can trade the Cavs a top 5 pick next year and a young player in Jaden Ivey who was a top 5 pick last year. Like
New York's got all their picks. Our pick, Washington, they got a roster full of talent and players that are worthy of trade.
Ooh,
and on
they
top of
traded
that,
half of them to us. The talent and worthy players of trade on the Knicks right now are
Randall.
Yeah, Julius Randle. Nobody fucking wants Julius Randle. Who else? Boyan, Alec Burks. They got all of our old guys.
McBride, Hartenstein. These are players
No,
that are they're not.
Hartenstein is not moving a needle in a
package.
Donovan Mitchell trade.
It's
That's like
part
saying
of it.
James Wiseman would move the needle in a Donovan Mitchell trade.
No, okay.
Hartenstein's a backup center. Hartenstein is a
better.
backup center
He's a starter
in the
quality
NBA.
center. He was a backup center this year, but he proved to be a starter. But
He is a backup center on a good team in the NBA.
It's not my point. I believe New York can offer a better package. Okay, even if Detroit can offer a better trade package than them, why would this guy that's made it clear he wants to go to New York then choose Detroit over New York? That's what I'm saying. Because these star players, they have influence in where they go. You know this. Come on. I'm not saying I
So did
don't
Kawhi
get why you
choose
guys are
Toronto?
talking to me like crazy.
You got traded to Toronto. I'm saying you do it and then you
After
deal with the
repercussions?
consequences at the end of it. Like if you force him to sign, you do everything you can to get him to sign, but you make the move and you get his foot in the door. Because I have no fucking faith or confidence in this team going forward unless they have a player like Donovan Mitchell added to the mix. And we will never get a player like Donovan Mitchell added to this team unless you pounce on a trade opportunity like you have right now. I don't give a shit about, it ruins what they're building towards. What they're building towards is being the worst team in the NBA. That's all they've built towards in this regime. So I don't give a fuck about what this shitty organization is building towards. Go get a good player. Go get a superstar when you can. You don't pass that up in the NBA.
And I get that a player can force his way somewhere. That's the most valid point you've made in all this. I don't know New York has anything of value to give up.
New York, I just went through. They have more picks. They have way more picks than us, and
not a top 3 though.
Yeah, but they got a Washington pick. You think that's not going to be valuable? This is a weak draft class. Everybody talks shit about this draft class, and it could be a top 5 too. Let's not forget last year what happened. Worst record in the league, could still be the 5th pick.
Yeah.
So top 5 pick, but
the 5th pick and Jaden Ivey is a better package than the Knicks can put together.
If they make you throw in Asar, you doing it? Asar,
Yes.
Ivy, top 5 pick.
Yes.
I'm with you. Chris,
listen. I'm saying
hates
all
Asar
the,
so much.
I'm saying that
hold on.
Chris, would you do it? Ivy, Asar, top 5 pick for Mitchell.
I would want to with all my heart. I just don't believe that a player is going to come here right now at the state that this organization is in and want to stay. And well, yes, this team has sucked and it's a terrible situation and F the future because what have you done the last 5 years? I would like to have the ability to at least have something for another regime left if this Donovan Mitchell thing doesn't work out.
As long as Goris is in the front, is the owner, they're not gonna the regime, the culture, none of that shit's gonna change if Tom Goris is still the owner, and he's not selling the team anytime soon. So if you can go get a superstar, you go get a superstar. That's how you win in the NBA.
They do have Detroit, Dallas, Washington, and their own.
Yeah, Dallas too. I forgot about
in the 2024 draft.
Fellas, hear me out here. Cade at the 1, Mitchell at the 2,
Yes.
Fettuccine at the 3, Tobias Harris at the 4, and Duran at the 5. Baby, we're back.
I don't hate that.
Let me tell you
I don't hate
about
the talent.
Stanford.
I don't hate the talent. I just don't think Detroit's in that position.
They're in no position. They need to do something. And again, keeping your draft picks and adding more 18-year-olds to a team full of 20-year-olds who just won 14 games is a recipe to be the worst team in the NBA for 2 more years. Let me tell you guys about Les Stanford. What happens when you run a great business for over 50 years? You expand and offer more products to more people. That's exactly what Les Stanford did by adding Les Stanford Buick GMC, the same great service the customers have come to know and trust on Woodward Avenue, just south of 9 Mile. Check out Les Stanford in Dearborn today and find the brand you want at lesstanford.com.
Thank you to the Detroit Lions and Sheila Ham for the best season in Lions history. Now it's time to let Brad Holmes cook. Woodward Sports. pick in the 2024 Media Draft, Detroit selects Woodward Sports. Thank you for making us the #1 digital network in Detroit.
Boys and Girls Clubs of Southeastern Michigan and the Jerome Bettis Bus Stops Here Foundation is proud to present the 3C Sports Conference to educate, inform, and inspire players, parents, and coaches in our local communities, featuring impactful speakers like Jerome Bettis, Eddie George, and Adam Schefter. April 24th through the 26th. For more information and tickets, scan the QR code on the screen and sign up today.
Check it out.
Check it out. What up, though? Welcome back to World Heavyweights Live, WorldSports.com. I'm your boy Eazy, joined by my guy, Small Rax.
What up, though?
Young Chris, Nicholas Kohloff. Smash the like button. Be a friend. Tell a friend. Share the stream. A couple comments from World Sports chat. Paul Thomas wants to keep Ivy and build around him.
No, I don't.
No, you build around Cade Cunningham. He's by far the best player on the roster.
Absolutely.
It's not even close.
Nick, you were once calling Cade the Robin and Ivy the Batman.
That is true.
Update on that.
I was wrong.
All right.
That's
a real man, right? That's a man's man.
Yep. Yep. I was in my feelings. I was just broken with the way the season was going. I thought we needed to switch it up and start putting the ball in Ivy's hands more. And, I mean, we saw what happened. So, yeah. Cade is clear-cut #1. You go and trade some of these other young prospects for a superstar.
1-2-3 first inning for Reese Olson. Had a nasty punch out there. Beautiful. Great start. Can't ask for a better start. Riley Green up to bat, leading off for the Tigers.
Would you guys rather keep Ivy or Asar?
Asar.
All day.
Easily.
Nicholas?
I would rather keep Ivy.
I just want to hear him say it out loud.
Yeah, I mean, if he could shoot, it would help.
But think of the lineup, like you just think of a lineup of Cade Cunningham, Donovan Mitchell, Asar, Fettuccini, and Duran. Then you have 3 very good shooters on the floor at all times, and 2 guys that protect the rim and can rebound like demons.
It sounds better, yeah. I mean, I'm done with like the youth movement on this team.
Yeah, no, I don't want another 18-year-old.
I'm sick of it.
Alan W. says, honestly, I think trading for a superstar at this point would be another Blake Griffin situation. What makes this one different, real quick, to me?
Cade
is that
Cunningham.
We know we're going to have Cade Cunningham first and foremost. Yes, that's actually should be number 1. Number 2 piece of it, this is going to be a guaranteed, and I don't want to knock on wood, but a guaranteed top 5 pick in this year's draft class. Like beforehand, we had to give up a bunch of first rounders because we didn't know where they're going to fall. They weren't going to fall. They weren't likely to fall in the lottery because you expected Detroit Pistons to win at that point, acquiring Blake Griffin. No, this one you have a top 5 pick and give alongside top 5 prospect in Ivy. What else we give?
Also, one more thing to add to it. Easy. He's not Blake Griffin's stage of the career.
No,
like
correct.
he's a player that is entering,
yes.
that is entering his prime, if not in his prime already. That's why, again, I love it. I love the idea of it. I just don't believe in the faith. I don't have the faith that the organization can handle a superstar.
I don't have the faith that I have more faith that they can Donovan Mitchell will help us win games than them building anything in the future. I have absolutely no faith in the direction of this upper management and organization. I have faith that Donovan Mitchell is a top 15, top 20 NBA player so that makes your team better. But were you watching the Tigers games this weekend?
Well, I listened to the radio yesterday.
Our guy Wayne County Life has Bally commercials.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
that's
awesome.
He's supposed to come on the show actually.
Yeah,
I'm gonna text him again this week.
And so Owen was in one of the commercials too.
Oh yeah,
I got his ass.
You send it in. You should send it in Slack.
Yeah, I'll grab it in a sec. But yeah, Cheese Nips, good old Cheese Nips. They got him in one of the Bally's commercials shoving a glizzy in his mouth.
That's great. Did you guys see the viral video that came out from the game? I think it was Friday night.
Oh, the bats?
Yes,
yeah.
Dude, we need to get that video in Slack.
Wait, what happened?
It was hilarious.
They have these
dudes
like
being
you remember
dudes.
when we had Will on? He brought that bat cup.
Oh yeah.
These guys had those and they were like
pretending to
doing that
it
with
was hilarious.
and the camera stayed on them for a minute and they were like,
damn. Did they know they were on camera?
Riley Green strikes out.
I don't think so.
To open the game. Don't like to see that.
Don't like that. He's kind of been all right though.
He's been picking it up a little bit. Yeah. I like him in the 2-hole better than the 1-hole.
People are commenting about
yeah, me too.
Ingram, Chris.
Yeah.
Would that not be the same situation with him? I mean, like, what
No,
superstar are you getting here that doesn't?
Ingram's not a superstar.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
That's why I hate the position that the Pistons are in, Eazy, because they have this money to spend, and I don't want them to do what Houston did and get Fred VanVleet. Although Houston closed out their season nice, getting VanVleet and Brooks, like that sounds like a decent option, especially seeing how it played out for this team that season. But I do want them to go for a star. I just unfortunately believe that how much of a mess this situation was, I just don't believe that they can right now convince a player to come. It's a team that's stuck in the worst situation you can be in. I won't say worse because there's Washington that has no real foundational piece going forward. But the Pistons are just in a tough situation where they obviously have to improve. They obviously have to get better. There's pressure. But what team is looking at? We talked about the Kings laughing at us. Like, what star player is coming here and being like, I want to play my roots
You force him by
here.
trading for him. And then while he's here, you have a season to win him over. And that's a better shot than hoping Troy Weaver can build this team into anything. That's my mindset.
I do respect it. I just don't think ultimately that it will happen, so I can't. And the will part of him re-signing, I don't see that. I don't see this culture being able to sustain superstars.
But it wouldn't be this culture though. Like, it'd be different.
Winning.
Do you not agree? They would be in the playoffs.
Neil says it all the time.
Winning cures everything.
Show me a winning team, and I'll show you a good culture. And that's when you're winning, the culture's good. When you're losing, it's a bad culture.
Not always, but you're right. Like, there are teams that win in spite of dysfunction, but generally speaking, yeah. Like, I get what
if all that Draymond shit was happening and they're losing, you would call that a bad culture.
Yes.
Over there, and where are they at? San Fran now? Technically,
Yeah.
the Warriors. Like, exactly. Winning heals all, cures all. Is the saying.
I would love to be wrong about this. I would love for Donovan Mitchell to be a Detroit Piston for multiple years. I think the fit of him and Cade would be awesome.
Sounds like you hate him.
and I don't know that, like, and I've admitted this too. Like, I'm a Cade stan. I really am. But like, I feel like any NBA player, once you put him alongside another like great NBA player, like they're enjoy that
better.
situation. Unless like he and that other guy like just don't get along. Like you would love to play along guys like Cade. Cade would love to play along guys like Donovan
He would
Mitchell.
have more fun playing with Cade than Darius Garland.
I don't know. Darius Garland's a very unselfish player. He's a very unselfish
No,
player.
yeah, he's good at pass for sure, but he's a dork. Cade's not.
That's true. Cade is a very cool guy.
Yeah. Well, Mark Cannon shot a single up the middle on his first pitch. Now Torkelson's at a full count here in the bottom of the first. Let's see if Tork can get a handle on one. Hopefully gap one. Or draw a walk. There you go. Good job, Tork. Good eye. Took the low sinker there from Lorenzen and gets on base. Happy Jackie Robinson Day, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to everybody. Who's
up next, Keith?
Huh?
I think it's Carrie, then Keith.
Carrie, yeah. All right, Carrie. You got two on the pond for you. Fucking put one in the seats and get a nice lead here for Reese Olson to work with.
That'd be great.
That would be great. Carrie's been swinging the bat well. Oh, that was the pitch.
That's a good pitch.
That was a good pitch. A lot of movement on that changeup from Lorenzen.
It swung inside.
Oh, man. Yeah, the 811 OPS. That looks pretty good.
Yeah.
No, Carrie's been swinging the bat well.
He's ready to knock this one. Ooh.
Swang through a four-seamer right there.
Right
got two on, one out. 0-2 to Kerry Carpenter. Kerry Carpenter takes his time. So the boys go back to the bases. A hit here would be huge for Kerry. A single probably scores Canna from second, depending on how fast it gets into the outfield. We'll see. Hopefully Kerry Carpenter doesn't strike out here. At least put one in play so the boys can move into scoring position. The pitch from Lorenzen. Swung on and missed.
Damn.
Here comes Colt, the
Kerry
rookie.
Carpenter strikes out. 2 outs, 2 on. Colt Keith coming up to the plate.
Tell us about the quarterback challenge.
I will tell you about the quarterback challenge. The quarterback challenge presented by Shake Shack. We just got the cutout that you guys are going to be throwing the football at. It's pretty sweet.
It is.
You could sign up right now for your chance to win. If you win, you get 2 tickets to this year's home opener. It's the quarterback challenge presented by Shake Shack. That's Veerling in the 5-hole.
Wow.
Is that an octopus in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? See what I did there? Go Red Wings! From Octopi Experts Woodward Sports.
What's the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy?
It's Planet Fitness.
Join today for just $1 down, $10 a month. With over 2,400 locations and equipment for every workout, you can get in, get energized, and get going. And with free fitness training and most clubs open 24 hours, everyone belongs in the judgment-free zone. So join today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment, cancel anytime.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Big payback. Water, bubble hash pre-roll. There you go. Now with Diamond, constantly pushing to create the best canna experience. This perfect boost comes from the added touch of pure THC Diamond Dust, allowing farmers only the highest terps to make the best even better. Glorious Cannabis, check them out at your local retailer or visit them at www.gloriouscanna.com.
Get down with my girlfriend. And that ain't right.
Nick, a special announcement to make?
Go in.
No, it didn't.
Nick,
Yeah,
what?
Tigers stranded 2 left on base there, right where they left off this weekend. But wanted to shout out Teresa, my girlfriend. Happy birthday, babe.
Happy birthday,
Shout out
Teresa.
The big 2-6 for Teresa, so shout out.
Happy birthday, Teresa. Happy birthday, happy belated birthday, Ollie Raxter.
Yeah.
Yeah, happy birthday, Ollie.
Fucking dope.
14th.
What you say?
14th.
My
It's a sick name too, Ollie.
Oliver Ray. So
That's
my
a baseball
grandpa,
name if I've ever heard one.
That's yeah.
Big on
Neil said it was an actor name.
Yeah. Oliver
Ray Raxter. It's because
yeah.
My grandpa,
Or a country singer.
My grandpa on my mom's side, his name's Ray. His name was Ray.
Ollie Ray Cyrus.
And then my grandpa on my dad's side, his name was Billy Ray Raxter.
Call me Billy.
Like Billy Ray on his birth certificate, and my dad's name is Danny Ray Raxter. Danny on his birth certificate, not Daniel. So yeah, Oliver Ray. Shout out Ollie. Love you already.
Shout out
nephew.
Oh, I'm sorry. Tigers are on. I was typing in mailbag. Mailbag from Emerald Eyes says, whose bulge is bigger, MCDC's or Brad Holmes?
Well, looking at how they look, I would say.
We actually have a
What do
picture.
you mean? What?
Do you want to unzoom the picture?
Yeah,
Just make the judgment
yeah,
now.
that's exactly what I was about to do.
Eduardo O'Neill will Eazy show the edit I posted. Oh.
The one of you running out.
Yeah, bro. Shout out to Ed. That was fucking sick.
That
by the
was
way.
dope.
That was dope. I'm listening to Chris. But yeah, for the time being, we gotta figure out who has the bigger bowls between the two of them.
Luis Garcia already has 15 RBIs.
I don't have an answer for this question, by the way.
He's just insane.
Yeah, dude, he's a monster. I think he's on the Peds again though. Ooh, nasty change up there. He's down 0-2. This would be a huge strikeout for Reese Olson, the most dangerous hitter in their lineup. Adolis Garcia down 0-2. Boom!
Oh, swing and a miss.
Nasty 2 back-to-back nasty changeups from
That was
Reese
nice as
Olson.
fuck.
Strikes out Adolis Garcia in 3 pitches.
He looks fresh out of
All right,
freaking
boys.
science class.
Oh yeah, he
Take your
looks like a
pick.
12-year-old.
I sent you that video too, Chris. If you want to download it off of Twitter.
Bro, this is
tough.
I mean,
I think Dan
might have it.
I'm not
It
going
might be
to,
how he's standing.
so quit asking.
Yeah,
Brad might be wearing baggier sweatpants.
for sure. Bag your sweatpants, but they are gray.
They are gray though.
It's supposed to enhance the quality.
Yeah.
Who you got, Nick? Bigger bulge, Brad or Dan?
This is wild. I'll go with.
Well, there goes the no-hitter.
I'll go with Dan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're right. Shout out to Eduardo O'Neill, by the way. You got it or no?
I'm grabbing it now.
There goes the no-hitter. Just a single though.
We'll take it. Reese Olson, I can't get over how young the kid looks.
Shout out Bruce Bochy. Bruce Bochy is a goat.
Who got that hit? Did you see?
I didn't see. Wasn't Wyatt Langford.
Was it Evan Carter?
It wasn't Wiley.
It might have been.
Why do you love him so much, Nick?
So Wyatt Langford, I fell in love with him during the process of the MLB draft because he was in the College World Series going up against Dylan Cruz and Paul Skeens. So it was basically a big
Skeens
top 3. Yeah, I know Cruz has been struggling to start his career, but Wyatt Langford I thought was the perfect prospect for the Tigers that could help the team currently now and still project to be a good player 10 years in the future, where I think he's going to be an all-star for a lot of years to come. And I thought he could have helped this team right now, Eazy, and in the future, compared to Max Clark playing single-A ball right now, who projects to be a great player, but you just never know when you're taking a high school prospect.
Nick thinks this team is one bat away from a World Series.
Think about Langford, Chapman, Bellinger. Yeah, they would have been able to put up a few
Nick
more
is
runs.
not a Sky Harris guy.
What's Chapman been doing?
He's not
He had a pretty good weekend. I think he's hitting around 200, which obviously is not not exactly ideal.
He had a good weekend.
I knew this, by the way. I want to hear Nick.
Yeah, 3 homers, 10 RBIs, 11 runs, 626 OPS, so nothing crazy yet. But, I mean, I still would rather have him in the heart of this lineup.
Mailbag, did you guys give a chance to watch the new Reggie White 30 for 30, says the away fan? I was going to watch it, but I ended up watching Fallout last night. Another strikeout for Reese
Fallout
Olsen
the
there.
movie?
Fallout, TV show.
The new show,
Oh,
Fallout.
wow. Is it based on
What's
the game?
word?
Based on the game.
Is it
Really
sick?
good.
Yeah.
I've never
It's all
played
out.
the game. Doesn't matter.
Someone's trying to get me to watch a show called The Bear.
The Bear, I've heard The Bear is really good.
The Bear
it's
is
with
good.
Lip from
Yeah.
Shameless. It's about that Italian beef shop in
Is it
Chicago.
real?
Yeah,
True
it's
story?
actual. Yeah, it's a true story.
Wow.
Fallout's really good though. It's my favorite game series of all time. Fallout 3 is my favorite game of all time. So
Lip just
I
can't
was
get away from
excited for it.
Chicago-based series. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
I was excited for it, and it's very good so far. I think I got like 3 episodes left. There's 8 episodes. They're all an hour long.
Of Fallout?
Yeah. So check
So
that
you,
out.
you don't have to know anything about the game?
No.
Is it on FX, you said?
It's on Prime.
Oh, dope.
Nice. Yeah.
Even better.
Yeah.
Prime's got that bread.
Prime's got the
They
bread.
always spend the money. I mean, if you haven't watched The Boys, I mean, I feel like
You got to watch like an ad before each episode.
it's fine.
But yeah, it's
That's
just
better to do it like that way, where it's
Instead
before.
of
they
middle.
did that
Yeah.
because it
Oh my
all
God.
dropped at once. It's not going weekly, so the whole season
nice.
dropped at one time.
We appreciate you guys joining us. Hit the like button if you haven't already.
Smash.
Red Wings will be starting shortly. Tigers are on now. And here's a video of myself joining the stage to talk about Jared Goff's MVP candidacy.
Peace.